Get autographs, get photos with
them. Rickety, right? Let's get it.
It's going to be a sight to see. But here in the arena, we are ready. The wait is over. The playoffs are finally here. Let's send it off to our casters to kick off.
Time to get on down to it, chat. Made it live just in time. Got my video done in time too.
I'm not gonna give them a chance. They're gonna
make sure you're checking out the TLDR when you're watching this thing back on the playback. If you're watching live, it's not up just quite yet, but it is getting uploaded. So, well, it's already uploaded, I should say. It's doing all the rendering and all that stuff, up to HD and all that good stuff.
Hello, mate.
To kick it off, how you doing, Stumpy?
I'm doing very well, thank you, pal. How are you doing?
I'm absolutely wonderful. I am especially excited for this version 1 Oxygen match. We have both of these teams have had some ups, had some downs, but for Oxygen, it's really only been up. They took down Vitality to start their entire tournament, and it's been rock solid for them since.
Yeah, I think with Oxygen as well, you have to look at how confident they feel on any given day, where they performed so fantastically online. Of course, it's a little bit different.
I need to update.
Back when we were looking over towards Rotterdam to see how teams would perform, they got to the top 8, but then they felt they weren't able to do anything more than that. And Joreuz, that was a big disappointment for them. Since then, they've not achieved a huge amount. Version 1 on the other side, from North America, they have not been the team that have been standing up. So right now, both these teams are thinking, if we get through the other, maybe this is our late resurgence.
And I think a lot of people might be excited to watch that Joreuz Daniel 1v1. We will no doubt get. We're guaranteed in this best of 7 to watch both.
True.
1v1, a minimum 4 games being played. The 1v1s have not been going so well for Daniel.
Oh, you could say that.
Yeah, Joreuz, it's a different story though.
Yeah, for Daniel, he has not done a particularly good job. He's only played 2 so far. 1 versus Tho, where he's done fantastically, and then 2 versus Atto, where he got relatively embarrassed in both. Wasn't able to have a particularly.
Why are they not rocking green anymore?
He literally beats Zen on LAN. What more can you ask for?
We do start out on the 3v3, which, you know, version 1.
That's interesting.
Specifically, while once hasn't gone.
I wonder if there's complaints about the color on the field.
A bit shaky otherwise in version 1's 3v3s.
They rocked green the first 2 days.
I think they match up pretty well.
Green and orange. Gotta remember that the Saudi flag is green, right? So like that made sense why.
On offense underneath, but that's a good work from Archie. Excuse me. To push that ball back out.
And 3v3 has looked like a very good mode for version 1 so far as well, where they looked relatively lackluster in the RLCS. Lovely reset for Beast Mode early on, who himself has been fantastic. We've seen now Daniel.
I would imagine in this, I gotta roll with Oxygen right now, right?
Dan has been absolutely electric alongside B Mode.
Yeah, Beast Mode's defense has been excellent. You're definitely going to need that. Daniel off the ceiling. He gets another chance at it. Well defended again by Oxygen. Not really giving version 1 the space they want. No backboard for them in the first minute. Calm going to take his space, but you see Joreuz is crashing down onto him, and the shot right into the defender. Beast Mode takes it away.
Yeah, B Mode perfect positioning there too. Goes bottom left. Was about to get sniped, but he manages to block it with his big, beautiful car. Now Joreuz, that back corner is going to be his pass. It's central. Back behind B Mode, and Oxygen take the first.
Yeah, Beast Mode hurrying up on this play. See him take that boost out. Daniel also right behind him. He's hoping Daniel can at least get a play there, but Beast Mode expecting Archie. You got to be able to defend that side of the net, but too much momentum. Smart recognition from Archie to put it backside.
I think our second game mode really depends on who wins this in the first game as well. If Oxygen win, I'm sure they go straight into that 1v1. Joreuz,
100%.
One of the best 1v1 players in this tournament right now. Whereas if version 1 win, they've got to go with that unbeatable duo.
Does it winner pick it in best of 7? Kind of makes sense, honestly.
It just depends on when these teams want to be playing each mode.
Yeah, if you're Oxygen and you end up losing that game, I think you definitely go to that 1v1. You play your hot hand, right? It's kind of what we saw last Gamers8. If you play your hot hand, you end up being on top more times than not. Version 1, a lot of pressure, but they can't get a shot into the net. A couple of opportunities in front of the box, but Oxygen are always there. They're ready. They get a solid 15. Joreuz gets the clear out.
Yeah, that final step just lacking right now for version 1. Like you say, Joe, they're getting decent passes, getting decent pushes upfield. They've got good boost control as well, but unfortunately for them, nothing can quite get that final 5% until you just smack it somewhere towards the net convincingly. Ixo, let's go off that ball, so foils it towards Daniel, now picked up by Archie, another 50 from Dan. Lets it fall back over towards Beast Mode. Joreuz up at the back, and he only just makes contact. A little bit dangerous, but now we see Oxygen.
Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to
counter.
update the last little bit on the YouTube stuff.
And version 1, they
Since
threatened
I've literally been editing since I got home from getting cough this morning.
Trying to create something, but Jory is a little too far.
Was able to get it done in
There was just
time,
nowhere
like
for them
literally
to
just in
really
time.
push
I thought
forward, so
about
Beast
sitting
over
out the
there.
first game if I didn't get done.
Had to dump that. He didn't
So I can
have any
get the
boost.
video
He
up at
still
least, because the
barely
video's going
has
to be
anything.
going live after this is
A
done.
little bit of chaos here in front of the box, but again, last defender for Exo gets there, he gets bumped. Oxygen still get the clear.
And tell you what, that physicality of version 1 was huge for them versus Liquid yesterday. It's been huge for them so far. That's another demo. It's another shot. Can't quite find its way in. But version 1, each chance gets much more convincing. If they remove one, then they have a relatively open net to shoot, and but Jory is able to block that out again. And that is Com's bread and butter, realistically. He's one of the demo leaders in this competition so far, and he is the demo leader, I believe, if not second, in the RLCS through this entire season.
Well, if you're version 1 and you can't get a goal here, we talk about Oxygen losing, they go straight into the 1v1. I think if you're version 1, you go straight to that 2v2. A lot of these chances in front, they just don't have the follow-ups after they get in front of the box. Right there. Oxygen, they just don't give Daniel enough space. They don't give Beast Mode enough space. They get in front, they get the challenge. Archie gets another solid 50.
I'd say all Oxygen needs to do at this point, right, is just to continue getting the touches. You don't need them necessarily to be productive touches
50s just don't work out
for these last 60 seconds. You've done yourself the favor of giving yourself the lead.
Goes to the left side, and version 1 can't follow it up.
So you can play,
Chance in the
I wouldn't
final
say
minutes,
necessarily
he says,
conservative,
Daniel,
right?
can't get
But
anything, and he gets just past that halfway line, drops it
play a little
very
bit
low.
smarter,
That
safer.
backline bump is going to lead to absolutely nothing. As
But that's
Oxygen,
the
they find
same
themselves
thing.
defending as they
Not
have
really.
done for the last minute or so, but no goals can come off it. Daniel going central. Com is there, but a little bit pushed up too far forward, and the shot becomes a lot more awkward. Beastman, will he pass? He does. Com is up, but Joreuz intercepts convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, you got to try something there. But all 3 Oxygen members had covered. There was no shot available. You see Daniel on the far side, so why not try to go for it? But that's kind of been the story for version 1. Sure, we have room in the corners. Sure, we can carry the ball in front of the box, but Oxygen are always there, always have the 50 to take it away. Another good touch to kill it in the corner. Oxygen have to stop. One more threat. Daniel, he's got control.
Oh, nice pass! Oh, what a save.
The version 1 have another try. Popped up, no.
Nope.
One more for Oxygen.
First game
and
goes
they'll take
Oxygen.
Game 1.
Nice.
Jorby, that was an own save from Daniel. Daniel
Was it?
got in the way of that final shot. He
Shut
had the
up.
pass. It was a wonderful pass central as well. But in the end, that shot from Com bounced off his own teammate. I don't know if there's someone behind him that would have blocked it anyway. But the own save with 2 seconds left. Oxygen, they take it 1-0, and to me, that feels like we're about to therefore get a 2v2.
Yeah, I definitely think the 2v2 is coming. The Dan-Mo combo hopefully gets them back into it, but man, Oxygen, their defense, to me, the story.
Well, let me double check
Game
that
number
too.
1. They just would not let version 1
Here
in
it
no
is.
matter what, and here it is.
Yeah, Dan
it's in
blocked.
the way.
Wow.
I think
It
Bro.
could have been blocked.
I think Archie might have got to it, but even
Yeah.
then Beast Mode was so far up that maybe he could have got a touch. At that point, you're looking at the theoreticals. We don't know. What we do know is the fact that
Oh,
Daniel
the
very
thing that I see
unfortunately
doesn't say who
got the
picks it.
reset, got the bar,
Because the
but
loser
also
picked it
got
in the
save.
group
Version
stages.
1, they go down in the series, and Oxygen leading with just that single goal. 2v2 on the menu, Jorbs?
I think it has to be 2v2. I think it would be an ego pick to say, all right, Daniel, you've been outscored like 18-5 in your last your last 2 1v1s. But you know, it's a new day. But it's still a 2v2 for version 1. This has been the
Understandable.
strongest mode. This has kept them alive in series. It's helped them win. So now we're going to see it again, where we saw the defense shine for Oxygen. I do believe we're going to see that defense shine for version 1 here. Daniel got the 50.
Oh!
Cannot get the force.
And an
Damn.
interesting pick on the side of Oxygen too, where we did a little old podcast in the pre-show, or just before the pre-show, with Jack and Joreuz. And Joreuz is saying, like, I don't particularly back Exo and Archie to go up against the version 1 duo in Dan and Beast mode. And now we see Joreuz join Archie. He's confident, as is Dan, the tap down. What a block.
I mean, the
from
way
Archie.
Joreuz is playing
The
right now, why
mainstay
wouldn't he be
of
on the
the
field?
2v2s for
You know?
Oxygen. And version 1,
I feel like you'd be
how
really
much
selling
more
yourself
convincing
short.
do they already look?
I mean, you got to think about this version 1 duo that they beat the Twins, one of the strongest duos here. You got to think, of course, you know, Joreuz, or not Joreuz, excuse me. Joreuz and Archie, who are in. Good duo for sure, but certainly not the Twins. Let's see what they can do. They had great defense. Maybe they can pull it off. But that's a huge dunk for Beast Mode. Version 1 start off.
A right wall betraying Oxygen as it falls down to B Mode, picks up the 100, goes straight up high and reads Archie like a book. No one back. V1, their first goal of the series.
Is there no crowd there? I thought there was supposed to be a crowd there this weekend.
For version 1, Daniel.
Or am I tripping?
Gonna force that 50 out. Beast Mode gonna look for a clear. Right now, Oxygen got control. Jorius has it in front, gets another reset. Archie picking up the demo as well. A little bit of space for Archie. Daniel on the top, got the save, sitting on the top of the net. Oxygen will keep control here. Jorius again here with the air dribble. And Beast Mode all over him. He just won't let Oxygen play with the ball in the third. Daniel losing the 50 to Archie. Oxygen do not spend long here in the blue.
Good pass across Archie, does find Jorius, but again Beast Mode blocks. Archie has to run back. Who wins that foot race? It will be Archie, but again leaving that net completely open. Waits for the touch. Jorius fakes out Daniel.
Trying to play it patient, but ends up giving them slight advantages. Now he's kind of got both of their asses going towards their net.
He has to try and meet him.
He couldn't do anything with it though.
Sneak it past. 2 minutes elapsed. And 1 goal for version 1 so far being the difference maker. Back corner sees a fight, a scrap breakout with Beast Mode now taken to the skies. Through the halfway line, Jorius is going to be collecting the ball, drops it back down to Archie, but Daniel wants to spoil all their fun.
Damn it, Daniel!
Beast Mode up so quickly to block that. That's got to be so difficult to handle. Like, Beast Mode is in a position to do have either a threatening attack, but then he just jumps back and completely prevents Oxygen transition. Oxygen do retain possession after a couple of nice 50s.
Good bump as well from Jorius in the net. Opens it up for Archie, and nothing quite.
Yeah, good clear. That's what makes the Danmo duo so difficult to beat. You think you finally have them, you think you finally have possession, but then they get in front of every ball. Beast Mode takes away your options. Daniel's there to follow it up. There's just nothing there. Jorius trying to predict Daniel. Daniel getting over 1, but Beast Mode a little far back.
It's good eyesight from Jorius too to make sure that he works back as soon as he can. Thinking Archie realistically probably gets beaten here considering the time that he's got.
Kind of surprising that this 2v2 is 1-0.
Plan just goes all of the possession back over towards version 1.
I think this is probably our lowest scoring 2s game all tournament.
Thus far,
has to be, right?
Big control coming in for version 1.
Well, I mean, I guess technically right now it could be lower, but...
Good bump. Jorius a little bit too far away. Not quite. Jorius sneaks in, and what a bump from Archie.
Yeah, that bump forced Daniel into hurry-up mode. You see Beast Mode get bumped, you gotta jump, block the shot. Jorius recognizing it, puts it far side, and nothing Daniel could do about it. Excellent read there from Jorius. Tie it up and in position to maybe steal this 2v2.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Does he bump him? No. Oh, that's still a dangerous ball. Jorius wisely waits for that ball.
Realizes that he shouldn't necessarily chase that one because Archie's still trying to come back. And if he doesn't get back, then it's going to be near enough a guaranteed goal on the opposition side. So yeah, very correct. Very intelligent play from him. Archie passing back. A bit more beans on it than he anticipated. 20 boost. These Jorius now. Fake it low, gets 1. Archie takes it to the corner rather than going for the shot. Interesting touch we're seeing from Oxygen, only really shooting towards the net when they feel like it can be a goal-scoring opportunity. Not trying to force keepers out at all, which is not normally what you see from 2v2. If you can take a decent shot, you can force a keeper to go for it, and then the second run-up shot is going to be easier. Oxygen very much not going for that tactic, but Jorius all of a sudden completely dives in. That bounce is not the best.
Give them an opening?
B1.
Yep.
Oh! No, it was open, and B-Mode can't make contact. Now the other side. It's a counter-attack. Jorius goes central.
Where's the demo? Nice.
Dodge the bump from Archie. Now again a counter-attack.
That was excellent.
The counter of the counter of the counter.
All of his mechanics in order to get that.
And now they counter.
Jumped onto the wall.
No, not really, but imagine.
Excellent turnaround there from Oxygen. The Jorius Archie duo really giving Danmo a run for their money right now.
And now they can. No, I'm just...
Danmo trying to get through, but they just can't. Now Jorius off the ceiling. Only 10 boost. Taken away again. Final seconds. Could we see overtime? Coming across. Got the 50 across 1. Another 50. Jorius. Waiting for that ball in the corner. Gets right above him.
Jorius!
This one, he lets Archie have it. Do they play ball here? Daniel says, no. We'll go to OT.
Pop it down, put the ball on Salty Shores, make sure that they are not going to be causing any more mayhem in that orange half. But again, we find ourselves on this kickoff. Dan passes to B mode, but Archie's up nice and quick. Jorius can shoot. B mode has to dive straight in front. And Jorby, you shake your head.
Well, I'm just beast mode is just so quick. he positions so aggressively, but he also just gives himself enough space to get
nice
back and just get to the challenge. His challenge game is immense for version 1. Archie, a bit of control, but too heavy of a touch. And that's the problem with version 1. They've already read what you're gonna do, and they get downfield again.
It's a nice block in the corner as well, and that leads Jorius to try and get it back towards Archie. Does so. Beast mode helps it along. Jorius has to clear, but Daniel is going to be on that warpath. 100 boost in favor of the Dutchman. Jorius now passes it down towards Archie. Archie takes that snapshot. B mode and Dan both commit for that save with 100 boost. Jorius can come in nice and quickly, but Daniel finds himself to be quicker on that attempt. A minute in overtime. So far, both teams with decent opportunities to score. Now Jorius up high, caught out. These dunks have been dangerous so far for V1, but no goals from them recently.
That was version 1's only goal, was that beast mode dunk. We've had a lot more since then, but nothing towards the net. Nothing for Daniel to work with there either.
Jorius almost kind of more centered that more to the middle of the pitch going the way he did.
This one. Daniel followed him closely, puts it back safely to the corner. Jorius trying for the boost steal. He's lost it. Now beast mode on the wing. Daniel going for the pump. He gets him! Goal for beast mode! They take game 2!
Pure beauty from the beast. 1
well
minute
done.
24. It's Daniel with the reset. Gets in the demo.
Oh, the demo too. I didn't notice that.
We see a V1
well done.
win. 3v3. The next game.
I thought he ate the demo, not forced the demo.
That was a little scary at times for version 1. But man, Daniel, of course, the air dribble demo. My personal favorite approach to any situation.
You don't think it's horrendously cringe and awful?
Well, you know, cringe is fun. All right, cringe is the new meta.
Cringe is also subjective.
Cringe is subjective.
And as we see come on the screen, I'm sure everyone in chat is also thinking the exact same thing. Some people finding what he does very cringe. I personally love it. I think it's brilliant. But he was not in this game. This was all B mode and Dan, and that link up was sensational. Some fantastic saves coming out from both sides for that final goal and the penultimate one actually.
So we're tied up at 1 apiece here.
Bumping, demoing, aggressive play. That save is also amazing from Archie, but here it is. One reset into the demo, ball cam off. We don't need that. Jorius, what are you gonna do, pal?
I do love getting that ball cam perspectives. You know exactly what they're going for, exactly when they're going for it. You get the idea of what the player's vision is, and we knew exactly what Daniel was thinking in that situation. But man, dude, beast mode, he's just... To me, beast mode was the MVP of that 2v2. So many times.
Now all the news is spreading about Bob Barker, man. That's so heartbreaking.
Really getting pressure on offense. But now going back to 3v3. It was tight before. Oxygen were able to take that win.
All right, so Oxygen won the 3v3.
To go to the 1v1 after this. Oxygen getting a win here would be massive for their chances of taking this to match point.
Yeah. And with this win as well, bear in mind, that does also confirm that we will be seeing an extra 2v2 or 1v1. Thanks to the beauty that we see coming from this best-of-7 format as well. Best-of-5 is a little bit more, we don't know what we're going to be seeing, but we're going to be seeing much more gameplay. 20 seconds gone, and so far, nothing but pressure for version 1.
Weak so, nothing for him. Daniel to take to the sky again. A lot of air dribble plays, air dribble attempts. Daniel starting to go for bumps a little bit more.
Oh, hello, Com.
Not much for him, though. Oxygen get to the ball first. Only 20 or 19 here for beast mode. Yeah, there's just nothing really developing for version 1. Oxygen running, being harassed by beast mode, and he had to flick it away. The threat of the demo was just too much. Not able to really get anything going. That was the problem last time in the 3v3. Sure, they go for the air dribble. They try to set up a 50, but the 50 never really went to a follow-up spot for version 1. That defense from Oxygen was too strong. And that's really, we're seeing the same exact thing here in the first minute.
I mean, the defense was either too strong or the player from V1 wasn't there, but the positioning for the ball was normally great, and Com is positioning himself wonderfully there. Archie does get the block. Jorius gets the next one. It is a little bit of magic here on the temple.
Whoa, that is a crazy save. Okay, Oxygen, again on the goal line. Let's see if version 1 can get back downfield. Oh, high touch again. Daniel, what's he got? Another carry, gets it across.
All right, sound like there's a crazy save I missed. It's unfortunate.
Oxygen are already there. They're in the quicker spot. They've got the backboard covered. They just can't get anything going on that air dribble. See Daniel again, trying to get back to his touch, but way too heavy, and no chance on the dunk. Oxygen played away from him. Version 1 do keep control. They can't get a bump though. Oxygen are above him. Now they go back downfield. Ixo, another on the reset. He's out of boost though, and Oxygen will wait.
I feel like we've seen a lot of heavy touches coming through for V1, but they play so much better when they play it close to their
Why is
chest.
that already on?
They're a lot more tricksy than they are.
I thought Grands for VCT didn't start until 3.
Being able to keep it close is a skill in of itself, especially when you've got Oxygen trying to bear down on you and suffocate you. Good defense again from Joris after that miraculous save we saw earlier. Archie just booms it long, relieve a little bit of pressure.
Oh, it doesn't start until 3. I mean, I guess it is grand finals.
Ball bouncing well above.
They'll probably have quite a bit of content going on. I didn't think about that.
Goes high. Where's it going though? Just straight back down to Archie. Keep it close, I feel.
Yeah, like you said, too many heavy touches for version 1. And namely, I mean, Daniel, he's been first man on a lot of these pushes, and you expect Daniel to have that soft touch, to have the better control. Trying to be quick. His touches just he hasn't had the same kind of finesse.
Oh,
they might have an opening here, pass it front. There was no chance he got to it with no boost. There's only so much power you can get. And a good cutoff from version 1. Excellent job from Daniel to break that counterattack.
Oh,
that's a very open net. Beast went opposite the pass instead of just banging it towards the goal. Perhaps his position wasn't exactly what he would like, but I felt like just stretched the defense a little bit thin. Chance though for Daniel to send 2 and stretch it even thinner. Com can pick it up with a lot of boost, a lot of time, a lot of space. What can he do? Just run straight back again. Jory is more demos coming in. That is Jory again. The defense from the Dutchman.
He just
that was really well done.
Let them through. The demo his teammate. He's already back. You get past one defender. Well, he's just taking the save. Jory is playing insane.
Jarius!
Every game mode.
And tell you what, that makes me even more scared for V1 when we look at the 1v1 that they're going to be playing after this.
Yeah. When you think about how Daniel has been the last few 1v1s, remember, Jory has beat Zen in the best of 1v1 earlier. I mean, Oxygen in general, their tournament has been far and above what anybody expected from them. You know, everyone always said, like, this team's peak is so high, but their floor, we've seen how low their floor can be. But at Gamers8, they have shown their peak. They were closer to their peak. What is the potential is of this team. Jory is namely has just kind of had a vintage resurgence. But all of that said, Stumpy, and it's just been their defense. They still haven't scored a goal.
Yeah, it's still 0-0. Credit to version 1 for holding them, but they've not been under a huge amount of pressure. They've been putting that pressure on. Jory is trying to find Archie on that push. It goes back central towards Jory as Archie can send it high, but Com is there to clear it away. Final 15 will be ticking down. Now Archie, left-hand side, sends it high. Again, Daniel can block. The midfield / blue half of this pitch has been absurd so far. Joris wants to bump beast mode, isn't able to make that contact though. The intelligent play, but not the one that is going to be getting them a goal. Touches down, nils across the board, overtime.
Tons of pressure for version 1. But Jorius, he's been the robber baron, and now Ixo last man back. He recovers.
Oh, bro, that almost worked.
But then a recovery again from Oxygen when it looks like version 1.
Sorry, they can still keep the ball down here.
It gets patched up. The planks
behind.
Keep the ship afloat for Oxygen.
Ixo had super glue on his shoes.
Oh!
And he's got a bullet from his bonnet.
Oh my God! He loads the gunpowder up, fires, and
that's insane, bro.
Into the net, or Com tries to get in the way.
Almost interrupted it though. I mean, you gotta give it to him. Almost there. Those are hurt. Those are the ones that hurt though.
To the 1v1, Jorius likely versus Daniel.
If this isn't Joris versus Daniel, I will literally consume every plastic bottle in this room, Norbit. This is going to...
There's a lot of them in here,
There's a lot of them in here. It is a dry country, let me tell you that.
We might have to get that as a content piece, see how many you can down all at the same time.
See how many I can... Well, Joris, remember years ago on the LA Major, he was absolutely just crushing them into his mouth. He downed them. And my word, he was blocking saves during this game as well. This save... Oh, that was the second one. He had so many. And then finally, on the shot that he managed to take, when he was getting a couple of bucks to the side, Ixo gets smashed into it too.
And that was right after his save where he gets bumped, recovers, gets the 50 against Daniel.
Gets bumped.
He barely moved. He's like, whatever. He just
goes,
started
all right,
boosting
Tom,
immediately.
grow up.
Yeah, I mean, his reaction time was insane on that because he saw it coming, right? Then he boosts. He's like, nope, land, wave dash, boom, got the 50.
Amazing. Amazing play from Ixo in that overtime. Jorius was there defensively. Archie was also playing that midfield and being the aggressor through a lot of that game. And now all eyes are on this
that looks
young
good,
man
though.
and that slightly less young man but taller, the one on the left-hand side. Jorius versus Beast Mode.
Beast mode.
I need to eat so many plastic bottles in this room.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Well,
oh no.
if someone bring a bunch of plastic bottles to the caster.
Oh, but he's in the board first.
Just got the first goal off the kickoff. Now, I want to say something. Yesterday on the desk, Chamako was like, why not put Beast Mode in? I'm like, Beast Mode doesn't play ones. Why would you just put common? Well, I look like a giant idiot now, and that's fine.
I'm about to have more plastic in me than a sea turtle, Jorby.
That is, wow.
Wow.
Shout out to our sea turtles.
Shout out to the sea turtles, don't litter. But Beast Mode, he is a fantastic 1v1 player in his own right. It's just such a decision to go for him over Dan. But hey, maybe him losing, because ultimately he got pretty much embarrassed in every 1v1 he's played so far, apart from the one versus Tho, which is very winnable for him. That may well have taken the confidence away from him. And he's thinking, no, you know what? Actually, I am going to be playing the 1v1 instead, says Beast Mode. And it's working.
It's working. He got the first 2 goals here. Quickly, Jorius thought he could get back up to the ball, aggressively challenging him. Beast Mode easily takes it away.
Got our thummy done real quick.
Takes the ball away from Jorius, and quick again. Now, Beast Mode, he's got such a quick approach on the ball. But this is
Yo, our
an
Valorant
interesting
TLDR
one.
almost hit
The
1500
pinch hitter coming big time here for version 1.
for Final Four. Hopefully we can get a good one done for the end of playoffs.
Here we go again, Beast Mode. Not a lot of boost here. Jorius shadowing him closely. Beast Mode leaving it, but a good follow-up from Jorius. Try to play Beast Mode close. Stay right in position. Beast Mode stays underneath him and can't really get anything going there. Jorius protect his own boost. Beast Mode gonna retreat.
I mean, looking at the history that Beast Mode's had in 1v1, yeah, he's good, but he's not played anything really competitively since January 2021.
All right.
Like,
so there's Jorius getting on the board.
Full years.
It's a long time to not play any constructed ones.
I'm in the archives. I'm dusting off old books to see when he last played. And Jorius dusts off one, manages to get a goal there on Wasteland, brings it back to just that 1 goal deficit. But man,
this is where we find he's been like secretly scrimming Zen every
Right?
night here at Gamers8.
For real, though.
None of us knew about it, which would be crazy. Jorius, he has split the lead. Let's see what he gets here, trying to jump Beast Mode, but Beast Mode gets him. Jorius trying to play patiently. Oh, missed the ball, but that's all right. Good low 50 to get underneath him, but not the best recovery from Jorius. Beast Mode had no boost, so no problem at it. Good job from Beast Mode. Flip, get back into the ball. Has control in the corner again.
it's decent defense so far from both sides, seeing as they've only had 3 goals in 2 minutes. B-Mode and Jorius waiting to see who's been blinking first. B-Mode has to look down, sees Jorius, manages to not quite get the bump on him, but certainly stretches him very thin. Enough boost for Beast Mode to do something nice with. Can flick it towards the goal for Jorius again. Keeps it away enough. That's a very awkward landing though. And you see how stressed Jorius is becoming with every touch. B-Mode making sure that he makes Jorius sweat here in Riyadh.
He really won't give Jorius the space out. Says, come around the corner, just gonna backflip up into it. Now he's gotta recover, get back to net, but Beast Mode was all over it. And Beast Mode up by 2. Goes for the fake kickoff. Now he's got a full boost. Jorius sitting on the side wall. Gonna play back again, Jorius.
I had soup not too long ago, and I'm already hungry again,
Beast Mode,
man.
nice catch. Nice.
Oh my goodness!
Oh!
Oh my god!
Fakery is fabulous.
Look
The
at this.
catch into the fake flick, sends
What?
Jorius flying, the
Got
dust
him.
cloud behind. Beam
And we were surprised this dude was
Yummy.
1v1ing.
Why-
Crazy.
You know, we talked about it.
Now he's just styling.
Play your hot hand, right? And with how good Beast Mode has been, with how consistent he's been, sometimes it just makes sense. You know what, B-Mode? Go in there. See what you can do.
Oh, yeah.
How about you bump Jorius out of the way? How about you get another goal? Yeah. How about you go up 4 goals against Jorius?
And imagine how confidence inspiring this is for B mode. Like being like, okay, Daniel's taken them, not done very well, fair play, I'll give it a shot. When he comes out of this, if he manages to get the win, he's just beaten Jorius, a player who has beaten Zen.
Jorius!
And also made sure that he is one of the
I don't know why it's the
best
first thing that
players
comes to mind every
tournament.
time I hear it,
He hasn't
but it
lost
is.
a 1v1 in the tournament
He's
yet.
not lost one yet. In the 3v3,
My wrestling fans know what's
going
up.
to be beaming.
Oh, man. Well, you're right. What a confidence builder for BMO, but he gets caught out too far on the side, looking for some boost, and Jorius just fires one right on target. And you know how it is, Stumpy. A 3-goal lead in 1v1 is like a 1-goal lead 3v3. Very close still.
Yeah, very close, very scary. Seems we've only just gone over halfway through. 7 goals have gone in. And Jorius was saying to me earlier that he gets so locked in 1v1. That Snasky at one point tried to fist bump him and be like, hey, good job, good goal in one of the series that he played. He literally, lovely goal again from BMO. The kickoff, picks up the side 100, has the reset from the ceiling here still, fakes Jorius out with it, takes it completely low, parallel parks, it is pretty, it is 6.
I mean, Jorius' perspective, he sees Beast Mode get behind the ball and he's thinking ground pinch, right? But then Beast Mode just keeps going on the offside of the ball and then puts it backside. Such a genius touch from Beast Mode. He's gonna keep that ball close, get that full boost. Jorius also collects a shadow defense. Hasn't worked the best for him. He's gotten faked out like 4 separate times that have led to Beast Mode goals. And talk about that confidence, Stumpy. Maybe it was just that first goal off the kickoff where Beast Mode gets the goal 2 seconds in and he's thinking, oh, I can definitely win.
It makes it possible. Suddenly you're not thinking, I'll see what
I mean, it
kind of
lets off that,
Suddenly
like,
thinking, I now
worry
cannot
on the
lose
shoulders,
this.
right?
I don't want to lose this. I can't. Good chances here for some bumps from B mode. And even if he doesn't get a goal, he is still keeping the 4-goal lead that he's earned versus Jorius so far. Chance Jorius here to get 1. But and again, another very loose shot. We've seen Jorius, these touches have not been the best for him. On the fully open net, the spawn is fantastic. Ball bounces over Beast Mode. That's going to be cut back down to 3.
And you know what they say, if you can't beat him, delete him. Jorius picking that one up.
I haven't heard that one before.
He bumps Jorius right there on the spawn.
It was maybe half a second off being tragic.
Yeah, and with no boost too, you're thinking, you're like, uh-oh. Will RNG come to bite me?
But I was saying earlier on that Jorius, when he gets locked into 1v1s, Snansky tried to fist bump him and he moved his hand away. Like, no. I mean, like, we'll talk later, but just not now.
Don't touch me.
He's fully in. Whereas the other players, like Beast Mode, he's being a little more talkative with his team. It's very interesting to see how each player is going to be approaching this. The final 45 needs to see Jorius approach that orange side of the pitch a lot more often with a lot more vigor.
Yeah, time's starting to run out here for Jorius. He's got to get this clock started right now. This is the breakaway he needs, but Beast Mode's already recovered. In position, Jorius, the immediate challenge. Jorius just can't keep it close enough. And Beast Mode wastes more time off the clock.
I mean, if Jorius were to put one in,
down here,
like now, you'd still be all right, but
well enough, but there's just not enough time.
Because you can, I mean, 1v1s is notorious for getting like back-to-back kickoffs, right?
Goal for B-Mode.
But
it is clinical, it is clean.
At this point, it's just gonna
loss that Jorius will face in a 1v1 in Gamers8 23 against a player that has not.
The question becomes, do we think that
since January 2021? That was his last tournament in 1v1. Yes, he's obviously been playing ranked, he's obviously been scrimming it, but he's not been in this high-pressure situation.
Allow oxygen, or does that allow version 1 to kind of deflate the oxygen momentum, right?
What a statement game.
Because, I mean, oxygen beat vitality to get here.
Incredible stuff. And what could have been match point for oxygen, we now get at least 6. We might see 1v1 again. It might happen, or maybe we get that 2v2 back. It depends who ends up winning this 3v3, but now it'll be 3v3 for match point. Oh man, this is why I love this format. The pinch hitter comes in, shocks everybody. Let's go.
And what a genius move that was for V1. I wonder who suggested it. I wonder if that was Fireburner pulling rank a little bit and saying, Dan, it's not yours right now, that's okay, please don't worry. Or whether it was Dan just relinquishing and saying, it's not for me, it's
like,
not okay.
I don't got the shops right now, bro. I'm not doing this again.
And if so, credit to anybody who suggested this. Because if it comes down to Dan, I love that he's putting the team above him individually. He doesn't want his name up in lights. That's what it's about. It's about version 1 shining in purple. and B mode made sure that that version 1 gold explosion was rocking around our arena. Every single goal. 7 in total, 8 in total, that one right at the end. Brilliant.
Well, have I not put that we're live yet?
The drawing board for you, pal.
Well,
Oxygen have won both of the 3v3
that's
so
kind of
far with
disappointing.
impeccable defense, with excellent goal line saves in both of those 3v3s. Will that trend continue? Or could this be what sends version 1 over the hump? Because it's not just beast mode that gets the confidence off of that 1v1. Daniel and Calm are both like, oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, you can do that, can't you?
B-mode just put us on top. We gotta win this now. Like that confidence, it ekes out to your teammates. But we'll see. Version 1, I think the thing that killed them were, something you talked about it, a lot of heavy touches on the air dribbles. Really not the best control. Just allowed Oxygen to get in a position, lock down the backboard. They gotta have better control. Maybe even switch it up a little bit. A little bit more passing, but Oxygen's defense has been great. The demo, that's been the story, is you get the demo, but the second man comes in and gets the save.
But a lovely demo to open it up as well. Unfortunately for version 1, the save is just too strong. And I was saying about those long touches, both teams are so guilty of it. Both teams have been a little bit annoying, but make sure they send it just too far. They can't keep it close. The recoil sends the ball too far. B mode absolutely slamming it off the post. Can't quite get that first goal. Opportunity though for them to continue pushing. It does not just feel like the previous games that we have seen. Again, it's going to be version 1 pushing their offense and Oxygen.
I mean, this is where version 1 can kind of
getting those juicy
put Oxygen on their back foot, right?
Rips that one, puts off the ball, he gets a dunk, but everybody too far.
So it feels like
off.
they weren't expected to win the 1v1 versus Jorius.
Again, expecting the flow of the
So then
play
you
to
follow
go
that up
away,
and win the
Beast Mode's playing
3v3.
safe beyond the midfield line. He's not expecting Daniel to get that dunk, and so they don't get those juicy follow-ups. 2 commit here though from Oxygen. Touches just aren't there for
The question then becomes, though, does lightning strike twice, right? Because if you're Oxygen, they're probably going to think, oh, well, let's just go back to the 1v1. But can you beat Jorius twice, right?
How does this
What happened with Jorius? Oh, did he flip awkwardly?
Comes up. Oh, he didn't. Yeah, he just came off. That's interesting.
Because he flipped in.
He flipped in and his car just like fell off. Yeah. That was weird.
Okay.
I honestly want to see that from Tori's perspective.
I want to see that many more times.
Yeah, that was interesting. Either way, version 1
count as a goal.
Yeah. You take what you can get of your version 1. We'll see if they can hold on that defense. Neither team has been able to score a ton in the 3v3, but okay. A little different this time. Ixo slots it on the left.
Yeah, right back behind the defender as well. And our first 3v3 that has had more than a single goal. So thank you very much, Oxygen and V1, for making this a verified goal sling slang banger on Urban Central. A map that we never use nowadays.
Yeah, we never really see Urban Central.
Wait, was it me and you that discussed this with Cole on Media Day?
We don't see Urban or, what was it? Not Utopia, but,
whatever
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh my God, Ixo.
Ixo's got the second, though, on a map that we very rarely see, a map that Cole will be happy about, an Urban Central apologist.
It is a pretty map, I will say.
It is pretty, but that is not a pretty touch from Com.
No, not at all.
Messes up, lets it out for Ixo, who can just slam it straight back towards the net. 2-1, Oxygen, making sure that the threes is their domain.
Just when you thought version 1 might get a little bit of a break after a
We'll
joyous
push that up, nice.
Takes no longer than 30 seconds for Oxygen to get the lead. And Jory is going to pop it up high. He gets bumped.
Now it's going to be up for version 1 here, man. You need it.
And he just is a slot machine. He can put as many coins as you want in him.
Obviously, you need to find a quick response and not go down early again. But here it is.
Top corner. Big man cannot miss. The hat trick for Ixo. The 3-1 for Oxygen. We approach half-time in the game, and he is a sheer-born attacker.
That is just absolutely clinical from Ixo. But it's just been quietly consistent so many times over the tournaments. He has slots like that. Daniel, gonna try again. The old air dribble flip reset that has not been successful for version 1. Another big clear for Oxygen. Version 1, they get a little bit of space. Beast Mode thought he could catch out that first defender of Oxygen, but they end up just losing the 50.
I missed the green already, chat. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of the, I'm guessing it's like a purple-ish? Indigo, maybe?
In the corner, but they're making it work right
I know
now.
a lot of people weren't a fan of the green, but I liked it.
Beast Mode's gonna give it to him.
And tell you what, we are seeing a completely different style and a different shape starting to emerge in this 5th game as it comes down to Oxygen really starting to push and pressure. When they do get those chances, they are putting a lot of pressure on and making it hard for version 1 to work out their own half. That's the position Oxygen have been in so far, and they've managed to win from it. They were being able to get 1 counterattack goal each time. Exo is up early, manages to use a lot of boost to get a touch. B-Mode removes him, gifts him with 33 boost and a brand new spawn position.
Can't do anything with this ball. No.
Doink?
Tried the heavy touch and attempted doink, sadly fails.
You love to see it tried.
We all love a good doink. And Daniel, nothing. I mean, Oxygen's just all over the ball, no matter what version 1 tried to do to cover, and they're just losing every touch. Exo been nasty with it. Archie's just like, I'm just gonna slam face into a version 1 player. Calm again. Not able to get any value on that. Nice fake from Beast Mode. I think has just been doing everything to keep version 1 in this. He's got no boost now. Daniel, no boosts. I feel like I'm saying that a lot every time version 1 are behind the ball.
No boosto!
I feel like I've not seen Daniel too much in this game either.
Yeah.
He's been relatively invisible.
He's kind of been absent in all the 3v3s.
Yeah. But I mean, Oxygen have just had that send it to Exo mentality. Daniel does get the reception off that ball on that chance, but 0 boost for him, seizing having to leave. Com shoots it high. If that shot low, that is a very, very good chance at a goal. Beast Mode gets a demolition. Now the ball passed over towards Com. That's the target. Okay. A brilliant passing play. Version 1 right back in.
A rare pass for version 1. Beast Mode demos second man. Opens a little bit of a gap so no save can come through. Just the big difference. Jorius had to turn back around as soon as that demo happens. Has to hurry up.
Has to also go high because he doesn't know where the pass is going to be.
And so that demo actually works this time for version 1.
20 seconds remain. Exo, brilliant chances so far in this game, but is he going to be able to get any blocks on himself? Or for himself, rather.
Centered.
Central with that, Daniel. With 0 boost again, Saucepal. 10 seconds. Com, the only one with 100. Goes up. What magic can be found? A block coming in from Archie. The single goal keeping Oxygen in it.
No! No way!
Dan pulls off the invisibility cloak and gets a buzzer beater.
And Beast Mode, he already had fighting high. Exo had to make
Golly.
Beast Mode do it. Got the little wave dash pass, and it's 2 passes for version 1.
That looked like that clock had hit 0. I don't know, man.
He ain't done yet. Here it goes again. Beast Mode winning that touch. How about it for BMO? Daniel, that was a great shot as well, but Exo, he scored 3, and he scored a 4th. Oxygen would love to take it back, but the momentum has swung real quickly on the orange half.
Great flick from Com, gets it over, low on boost though, he's now trying to steal a couple of pads. It's another pass central, it's another bang long. Daniel now into that back corner, it falls back down towards Archie, a bump does come in. Joris for 1, the redirect intercepted by Beast Mode, and look at how version 1 have really started to swarm. Another pass in the middle, this time no one there, and version 1 can't rely on that too much. They need to keep going for solo plays as well, otherwise that pass will be intercepted.
The mix-up's definitely important, even though the air dribbles, the solo plays have not really been successful. Oxygen gonna be able to adapt, so you're absolutely right. The mix-up's still important. You still got to keep Oxygen guessing about what you're going to do next. And they keep jumping a little early. Oxygen's defense not as clinical as it was. Version 1 catching them out on that mix-up. Archie pitching it across. Oh! But Beast Mode is there.
What a pass! The venom on that bad boy. Archie goes straight back into defense, so as version 1 will be pushing hard. A reset only gets it towards Jorius, who can save it quite easily. Now Exo tries to battle past Com, again unsuccessful. Beast Mode, a bit of a nothing touch, and just nonsense touches coming in from V1. That's not an insult.
Damn, nice touch. Really well done, really well done.
Com puts an absolute laser on target. He gets a free ball, catches all of Oxygen. Coming back, they get a touch, but it's not enough. Too powerful. And version 1 take it to match point.
What a comeback.
Oh,
was that 2 in the final minute?
Yeah, 2 in the final minute, 1 at 0 seconds.
Wow.
0-second goal to go to OT.
And then to win the OT, to then go series point.
Oh
yeah, Oxygen looks defeated, bro.
You can see the demoralization.
Yeah.
And it's the antithesis.
They look like they're wrapped. They don't want it no more.
So excited. You see all the momentum swing their way. that has to go from somewhere.
Yeah.
That energy has not just been created.
Yeah.
It only moves. It has gone from everything on Oxygen over towards version 1. EXO scored 3 and it still wasn't enough.
You really thought at that point it was Oxygen. I mean, it was Oxygen game to lose, but then Beast Mode
That pass
was
is
just
unbelievable.
so good. Each of those passes, Daniel slotting it, and then Calm taking the advantage. You had one opportunity, you just got to slot it well, and he slotted it perfectly. And now if you're Oxygen, I mean,
You reset, you can do either.
picking 2s or 1s feels like, I don't, like,
What
which
do you-
one,
yeah.
which one do you go with? Because you've lost both in that.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good
How
point.
exciting. I feel like you can't go for 2s. 2s is
Wait, so
too
does
risky.
the
Is
loser
Is
pick
Jory-
game
is Jory
6?
tilted now?
Or is Joria's got a bee in his bonnet? And
Right.
is he going to be thinking, nah, pal, you're not winning this on 1s, not when I'm here.
Oh, look, you see his little neck crack? He's like, all
Yeah.
right, let's go.
He's locked in.
He's like, no shot I lose to Beast Mode twice in a row.
Surely not.
Or do version 1 turn it back to Daniel?
No.
Can you imagine? No, you play the hot hand. That's
You
how I
do,
feel.
yeah.
That's how I feel.
You got to play B mode.
Yeah,
Why
absolutely.
would you change it?
He's been the best,
Realistically.
he's been the best player on version 1. In
Yeah, I
every-
mean,
any
not
of
only
the
in the
games he has.
1v1, but he looked good in
Daniel
everything.
looking much better towards Dan is also in free
Right?
play. So I think what that means is that we're about to see a 1v1 drawback.
We just might see the 1v1. Jory is like, give me Beast Mode again. That's not happening twice. The kids all gathered round. Happy to be here. Happy to watch some Rocket League. The next generation of Rocket League players right there.
That's what this event is so good for too. I've loved going into the audience, and I do not share a language with anybody.
Chat, do we watch
Yeah.
Gauntlet
Everyone is
League
cheering
playoffs?
the
I
same
think
thing
Gauntlet
that
League
I am.
playoffs are
Yeah,
next
and it's
week, right?
Fantastic to see. Definitely a unifying moment when we see Rocket League and games make sure that they are stretching.
otherwise, there's
over
nothing going on
those
next week, I don't
cultures
think.
And those languages as well.
Like, I was thinking
That
about
kid
watching
probably already
scrims,
crushes
but
me in Rocket League. He's
Oh,
probably
I
like,
don't doubt it.
He's probably like GC3.
maybe I
some
watch
nonsense
scrims
like that.
offline?
Has to be.
We all know how.
And we
how
watched Gauntlet
cracked
League,
the young
do a
kids
watch
are in
party?
This game. We do get the 1v1. It is Beast Mode versus Jory. Is once again, Beast Mode started off with a kickoff goal.
Does anybody
Now
know
he
when
gets a nice
Gauntlet
catch.
League
He flicks it
playoffs
right
are?
over Jory.
Oh,
He gets
Beast
everything.
Mode!
In 9
Oh,
seconds,
Jorius does not look.
B mode shows quality. Catches, flicks,
Happy about it.
says, see you later. And that's version 1 with the lead. 3-2 in the series already.
Oh,
and
man.
B mode, what a beast he is looking to be in the 1v1.
The X factor, but that's a good kickoff win for Jory as Beast Mode gets back. It's not enough. Beast Mode gets the save, but he's got to recover, and he does.
And he
That's a
has
breakaway.
boost.
He's gonna go. He's got enough. He's got 12 and a goal.
Damn,
2-0.
nice.
Jory is pushing that chance a little bit too far. And the fact that he also moves past the ball, doesn't go for any flip cancel, it's going to be sending him completely out of position. And B mode completely open on the other side to shoot on. Very similar already to how we saw version 1 play in the previous 1v1.
Yeah, Jory is, you know, a 1v1. We talk about Rocket League in general being very mental. 1v1, it's exacerbated. Jory he's got to keep that mental locked. And he's already in a difficult spot here, but he gets a good soft touch.
So does this mean that
Beast Mode takes it
Jory
away
is better than Zen, Beast Mode better than Jorius?
Still playing it
Thoughts?
tight, like at the high touch, but Beast Mode
Demo.
demos him as well.
Demo, but it's going to be a little bit too far away. Can't take the immediate shot on target. Instead, he's going to be playing with his
I'm gonna
feet,
say, though, he's not-
making sure that he's faking him.
Oh, he can go down the opposite
Get
way.
a nice touch. Jorius can shoot it on target, but B mode with enough boost manages to sneak his way back.
Another excellent recovery for Beast Mode. Playing it a little slow. Trying to size up Jory is. Just waits at the last second to turn that ball away. But gotta be careful, don't want to give Beast Mode the edge. He does just stay right on the line to take that ball away. Protects his own boost as well. Beast Mode's running out of boost in the tank here. Nice little chip there from Jory is to push him off the ball.
You can only play that side to side as long as you can still be getting those boosts and those pennies. You can't do that indefinitely. And Beast Mode, he lost a single boost and then it just starts to fall apart, but still the pressure was there, the idea was there. Jorius up for 1, the air dribble, the 50. Isn't going to quite work on that chance.
This
Takes
is
it
just
back
over,
to the
huh?
lab. Will round 2 fare any better?
Unless Jorius
Full
can pull his
boost.
head out of
Beast
his
Mode's
rear.
gonna play him tight. Dare Jory is to beat him. He hasn't yet.
I love seeing the little cam movements and just seeing him flip the camera. Where's Jorius?
Like, really affects what decision you're gonna make. Do I have to boost back farther? Or can I just sit real tight? Is he actually gonna have the power necessary? But he loses a 50. Jory is not quite there. Beast Mode can't get back. Jory will split the lead.
First goal for Warriors took just over 2 minutes and a lot of work and effort. And my word, an entire tank of boost as well. Can't sneak it past B mode in the end. This 1v1 looking very, very tight.
Much needed goal for Warriors. Not going down 3-0 this time. Beast Mode with the fake kickoff. Almost didn't work for him. Could have been dangerous. He did lose his boost. Now Beast Mode has to clear it away. Work on those small pads. He's not going to leave the line of the ball, but he will flip back, get the boost. Now he's got to defend the shot. Warriors can't really put a threatening ball on. Now Beast Mode knows he's got net. Knows he's got
nice
the
shot.
Goal. And Beast Mode again. 3 goals.
Yet again finding a 2-goal lead in Warriors, just with that one shot, it rolls at his target. Beast Mode, a nice easy block for him. Game face on for B Mode, and he is not interacting with his team at all this time. Not talking. Both of these legends completely locked in. Version 1 the chance to send them through to that semi-finals. Not only will it earn them that amount of prestige, it will also double
Warriors
the
though.
prize money
See, and
again.
with 1v1s, there's plenty of time still left. I mean, there's plenty of time still left in any game mode, but
$200,000.
because of the fact that you can usually,
it truly is.
That is.
I shouldn't say usually, but you can very easily get one off the kickoff.
Beast Mode, he could help version 1 get that
It's
money
easy to
right
get
here.
2 goals back
He's
to
been
back
the MVP for his
in
team all
1v1s.
series. He could close it down, but Jorius had a nice goal on his reset. Beast Mode didn't have enough boost to do anything with it. Now Jorius, here he goes again. Just didn't quite have the control. He lost it. He might get punished here. He's trying to get back in time. And
No.
no! Beast Mode will keep that lead by 2.
Nice counter.
Beast Mode performing admirably in this $100,000 1v1 match. Ultimately, that's what it is.
Wow. That's great.
That's
Johnny Boy in shambles.
Oh, right. He's a shell. He's a shell of a human.
Yeah.
He can't compete.
No.
But yeah, Beast Mode, if he wins this, $105,000 extra going towards his team. Oxygen and Jory is needing to try and keep themselves in it.
And you think maybe there's a point where Jorius finally figures it out and he finally gets locked in and Beast Mode can't come back.
Just like yesterday when he was on the day before when he was so locked in.
Exactly, but
There's
it's just,
one.
okay, he's kept it a lot closer this time. He's not fighting from 3, even 4 goals back like he was in the last 1v1 earlier. This time he's kept it close, but he has not been able to tie it.
I mean, this is so close still. 4-3, 1 minute 48. There's time for like genuinely
5, 6,
7, 8 goals like that can still come in. And Oxygen would love for all of them to be going their way.
Well, that shows you why you should just appreciate 1v1s. It is so hard to keep that ball out of the net, especially with the quality of players you have here. Beast Mode, not the best control. Too far under the ball means he can't push the ball forward. He can only push it up, and that's pretty much the worst situation when Jorius is playing shadow defense. Really easy to take that ball away. He does get chipped. Grab that midfield boost. Beast Mode with no boost, chips it away, hopes he can get a steal. Does get the ball. A couple of small pads, not bad there from Beast Mode. You lose that boost, but you got every small pad and still in control.
Manages to get mid boost as well. Really great game management from B Mode. Can then push forward. He's got more boost than Jorius, but Jorius is that bit closer towards the ball. 100 boost pickup for Jorius. In his back corner and 1 minute remaining. 2 goals if Jorius wants to win it in this regulation. Beast Mode tries to push it a little bit further, isn't able to. The 100 boost pickup again for Jorius so far. None of that really working out as much as he would like, and a complete miss. Beast Mode with the double tap, flicks the camera, sees where Jorius is, fakes him out, wastes a little bit of time. So Jorius now cuts in, no boost, one shot, one chance!
There it is.
Jorius!
Now all of a sudden we're tied back up. Come on, Jorius, bring your boys in.
Down that easily. Beast Mode a little too greedy. Thought he could pull off, thought he could fake challenge, and thought he could win that 50, but he just had no boost in the tank to do anything with it. Even if he does win that 50, turning around, Jorius still had so much boost. So really low percentage opportunity there for Beast Mode. He needed more boost in the tank if he wanted to play that aggressively. And now he's just giving Jorius a tie game, but he's just got control on the kickoff. He goes for the ball!
Wow. Oh!
Where did
What?
you come from, Jorius? Final 20 seconds.
Damn!
Beast Mode is going to be there. Chance for a bump instead. Jorius just wants that ball control, that ever important ball control. So then the Beast Mode has controlled this entire game so far. One touch central, no shot from it. Beast Mode chance to go high with a bump with only 20 boosts. What can he come up with?
Oh, won the 50, but Jorius first on the ball. Wave dash to get momentum. He wants that boost badly.
He wants
a
the
decent
bounce.
bounce. Beast Mode is there. Oh, in overtime, Beast Mode could win his team 105 grand here, or Jorius could take it to game 7.
A 100 A 100 grand. 1v1 overtime. Joris straight on for the net. Chance for a flick.
Bro, honestly though, if you get to the next round and it's because of your 1v1, I feel like you should get a little bonus.
Very central.
Just saying.
It's going to be there. Joris.
Yeah, I'm saying like
back towards the own corner himself. Chance for a single touch. Jory is now sending it back. My word, Beast Mode going for that shot.
It's so risky.
With this pressure. Just about gets saved away by B Mode.
Absolutely.
Hold on though, Joris is in front. Joris is front. Oh, he's got to cut this down.
Joris faking the touch for control. Beast Mode gonna play him close. He's only got 36. Takes the challenge. It's too aggressive.
No way. We're going to game 7.
What composure from the Dutchman. Keeps it low and keeps his team in it as well. A 44-second overtime as well, by the way, Jorby. That is a decent chunk of time in 1v1.
Yeah.
That is a lot of time to go scoreless for. Oh, my man. Right.
The bump in Joris' recovery. Oh,
Joris
my God. Dude, I literally jumped out of my seat. Like, oh.
I thought that was in. It was slow enough.
How high up on the backboard was he?
I don't know. I need to see that posted to social media so I can just see where he ended up going. I want to see Joris' perspective of that.
Oh, let's see if we see it. Big sigh from Joris there. Oh, and the flick over. Beast Mode was just so aggressive on a lot of these. I feel like it was so. Here it is, right here. Bro, how high does he go?
He goes to the corner.
Literally up to the ceiling. And then holds his boost till he lands. Oh,
that's so good.
Love that. Shout out the production for grabbing that perspective.
That's the save that sent it to overtime.
Absolutely.
I'm going to hold down boost, and I'm going to hope that I can get there in time.
Hold boost and pray.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Game 7. 3v3.
In the first quarter.
$105,000 and a spot in the semi-finals to play for $500,000. That is what this individual game means. And Jorby, I need at some point a tournament organizer to attach heart rate monitors to these players. And I would love
need
to
a heart rate monitor.
Yeah, I would love to have it just by their name, by the boost, then whatever number, BPM.
Yeah.
How exciting would that be? You can
that would
see
be
the
amazing.
impact.
Oh, especially a 1v1.
Oh,
like,
my word.
In an overtime, like how
in
you
that
just see it
exact
pop up.
situation.
Yeah, I really want to know. I want to know.
That would be
Joris'
fun.
BPM when he got bumped.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. But now it all comes down to a final 3v3. They split the 1v1. Beast Mode was the hero in that first 1v1, but Jory has got it through. Beast Mode, though, he has been clinical. Unleashed gets the first goal.
He's just something else today. Ends up going for him with Daniel on the demo. Daniel then throws Archie up enough, slows down his pathing. B Mode, 1 goal for version 1. It's going to be a shocker if that's the one that does it, because Oxygen have looked on fire.
Now Beast Mode, gonna take it again. It's a high ball, the shot. Don't let Ixo get too many of those. He's been a slot king. The touch actually gonna favor Ixo here. The back touch, the attempted bump in front of Oxygen, diving onto that version 1 back line. Can't quite connect on any of those bumps. Daniel getting the first catch. Good patience there to get the 50. Version 1 getting deleted. Namely, actually no, it's Jorius who got deleted by Beast Mode. Now Calm trying to force that ball across, but here come Oxygen, and it's denied again, but they're caught with no boost, and it's hit right into it. Save. Another one taken away.
It's such a safe shot from Jorius. The hero of the previous game, or the villain, depending on which side you're on. Just gets a very, very weak shot, and now 2 committing towards the individual ball. And we've seen this game go much the way of the previous 3v3 that Oxygen won't quite manage to win out. Where they've got that pressure, but that demo goes very their way.
Not like this.
Secures it, but the shot very much coming from his teammate.
You know, Calm ended up tweeting out after yesterday. Yeah, we avoided Vitality. We get to meet him in finals. Just completely overlooking Oxygen.
Oh,
now we're tied
also
up in
Falcons
Game 7.
or Gen.G.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's like, yeah, we avoided Vitality. Sure, I mean, that speaks to the confidence, right? But, I mean, with how Oxygen have played, he might end up looking a little silly, but who knows? Game 7, Oxygen get that goal. Almost a redirect. That was a juicy one.
Chance on the left-hand side have come to go central to find Beast Mode. that absolute target man. The double touch coming in for the pass and gets it round the side of Archie and a 50 and a pass again central. My word, is there anything that Beast Mode can't do?
I don't think so. I think he can do absolutely everything. Com's the one who has to make the defense. He can't get the touch, he's beaten. Ixo forces the touch high. Oxygen hanging onto this midfield. Great control to buy time for his team to get back. Com with no boost. Can only do
no
so
boost though.
Oxygen have control.
Ixo again trying to go for just a little cheeky one. See if he can stretch the defense thin.
Both teams have really tightened things up here heading into Game 7.
Goes for a bump. I love the aggression. Archie going
not really taking any risks.
That corner. Finds only Com with a 50 boost. He can get a challenge, but it goes
tightening things up on their rotations.
Jorius got the reset. He's over one. But the last man for version 1 easily takes it away. It's Daniel, and he gets his boost. Does he get by 2? Oh, good read on the dunk. Might be a break. They just get there in time before he gets deleted. Version 1 getting another demo themselves. Beast Mode kicks it way high, but Ixo gets a perfect high soft touch. Nothing Beast Mode can do about it.
Flip. Yeah, backflip from Beast Mode as well. Uncharacteristic, but the pass from Com. Rather from Daniel over towards Com, trying to get that pinch over towards the net. B-Mode sending it rocketing into the ceiling. I think that's going to leave a dent. One reset, goes low. Jorius has to face off versus 3 defenders though. And you see, whenever one player comes up to take a shot, all 3 on either side are there to block it away. The final 90 seconds, both our teams drawn level.
Another big clear for Com. No boost, wants to steal. He's got it. Oxygen rolling around quickly, but the counterattack denied by Daniel. Daniel, a little bit of
boost with the demo. Nice touch from Beast Mode. Oh, there's not enough on it.
Daniel, the last man, keeps it alive in the midfield, pops it over one. Oxygen have held on defense. They get a flick, but it's denied by Beast Mode.
This efficacious offense so far coming in, but that double miss. Oxygen unable to get a proper save away, leaves this pressure fully for V1. Jorius with 1 block down, goes up high, second miss, second shot, second goal for B-Mode.
Of course, it's Beast Mode to slot it. Jorius tries to get it out. Archie, there's nothing he can do. He's hoping Jorius can get the touch, but he can't.
Version 1 still going to be able, well, it's not over yet. We still have a whole minute.
By Com, 56 seconds until version 1 are $100,000 richer.
Com in the midfield has to try and get another one from this just to secure it. 44 boost for Daniel, gets blocked away, not quite by
Second
Archie.
touch off the wall, no one there to follow.
It's up, 45 seconds, tick down. This is now proper nervy time.
Oh,
B-Mode again with a devastating
that touch was enough to give it awkward.
Can't quite block it, but Com can't quite get it on target.
It's still deep in their territory though. They gotta get this thing out.
Would be massive at the end of Game 7.
Version 1 just gets to build, burn time down here.
That touch went for the heavy one. Ixo doesn't have any boost. He can't really go for it.
Let's say you gotta actually feel control of this ball. You gotta move it. There you go, Archie.
Wide, but no one's gonna be there to receive it. Jorius ends up being there a little bit too late. 15 seconds now. 30 boost, clears it wide, but Com is there again.
Again, clear out downfield for Archie, but there's nothing there. Oxygen have been completely stuffed.
Final 5, Ixo's up, some magic needs to happen, but the man with 0 boost cannot do it. Jorius finds Archie, Daniel the man to intercept, but in Beast Mode's corner, nothing is going to be happening. Jorius with a flick, goes cornerwards yet again.
Yep, he just sits it down, nice.
Version 1, the team in purple, find victory here at Gamers8, $105,000 richer.
Absolutely clutch performance from version 1, from Beast Mode. What a series. Standing up for his team. And you see the elation from version 1, and you see it on the side of Oxygen. What could have been.
I love the purple shoes.
Version 1 absolutely crushed.
That's Beast Mode, right? That has him?
That's hot. Minute. They couldn't get anything going. Version 1 locked them down. They go to the semifinals. They will play the winner of Falcons versus Gen.G.
And tell you what, it really comes down to just seeing which team had the pressure, which team had that momentum that they were pushing for over and over again. It changed hands multiple times. And in the end, version 1 are going to be the team that take that pressure. They take that momentum. They push it entirely on version 1 until they, rather, they push it entirely on Oxygen until they combust. Man, a Game 7 series, Jorby, to start off today.
That's how I like it.
What a silly old day we're about to have.
Absolutely scrumptious, Stumpy,
It is
as
scrumptious.
you would say.
I do say that all the time.
You do, I love it. Delicious first series. But you know, let's go ahead and let's listen to the interview with version 1.
We're here with Calm after an emotional Game 7 victory. And Calm, you provided the turning point in Game 5. Talk about, first of all, the equalizer from Daniel and then the overtime winner.
That was a crazy game. I scored the overtime winner. It was a pretty routine shot. I got lucky. Beastman set me up very well. The 0-second goal was really good by us. Once we were down by 2, I think there was 30 seconds left. We were losing 1-3. We ended up scoring. We just told everyone, like, just chill out. No need to rush anything. 26 seconds on the clock. We got plenty of time. So all of us made sure we took our time. I think I took a 50. It went back to Beast. Beast ended up beating 1. Got the pass to Dan. Dan slotted it as he always does. And that was a big match. I would have been very upset if we lost that game because I played so bad.
زي ما تشوفون معنا كرام اعزائي المشاهدين من فريق فيرجن 1. سالنا السؤال الاول انه كان هو احد الاسباب اللي خلاهم ياخذون السيريز كامله بالذات اللي صار في جيم 5. فقلنا نساله وش اللي صار بالضبط بالذات اللي صار في الاوفر تايم جول اللي صار اخر لحظه زياده على كذا في الهدف اللي هو جابه مع الايكولايزر. فقال قاعد يقول انه صراحه احنا عرفنا انه عندنا 20 ثانيه وعندنا وقت مره كثير ان نقدر اننا نجيبه من ناحيه الجول حق الاوفر تايم واستطعنا باخر لحظه ان نقدر اننا نرتب الوضع سواء كان معي انا على طول سويت باس البيست مود وبعدها على طول قدرت اني اجيب الجول. لكن بنفس الوقت يعني مره كنت بزعل انا لو ما فزنا الجيم هذا لان الجيم هذا كان اسوأ جيم انا لعبته في السيريز كامله.
Everybody wants to know, beast mode on ones. When was the decision made? What was the rationale behind it?
So that decision was actually made earlier today.
I might need to go maybe some sandwiches chat.
Because we were warming up Dan. Dan's had a bit of a rough run in ones. It's a different environment, and I think it's hard for him to. It's a lot of pressure to go from 1s to 2s to 3s and have to change your play style. And playing 1s on land is already enough as is. And he just kind of handed the reins over to Beast Mode. And was like, I mean, Beast Mode was playing absolutely crazy in our private 1v1s, and we know he can be really good at 1s, even though he's never really given it a shot. So we threw him out there, and we knew he had a very good chance of winning those games. Honestly, I think he should have won the second game too.
سألنا كومز السؤال اللي صراحة الكل قاعد يسأله الآن إنه وش اللي خلاكم تخلون بيست مود هو اللي يلعب الونز ما هو يكون دانيال زي ما احنا عارفين دانيال هو أفضل لاعب ونز بالعالم فليش ما هو اللي يقدر يلعب بالعادة؟ قالوا إنه بعد اللي صار بالأمس لاحظنا إنه دانيال ما يقدر إنه يؤدي أداء كويس في الونز خصوصاً إنه هو عنده كمية ضغط مرة كبيرة صراحة سواء إنه يغير من الونز للتوز للثريز أو حتى إنه البريشر بس والبيئة اللي موجود هو فيها يكون عليه ضغط جدا جدا عالي فإحنا ما نبيه إنه يكون في المستوى اللي هو ما يتوقع الجمهور وما إحنا نتوقع منه. بنفس الوقت بيست مود هو دائما أداؤه كويس في الونز وحتى بالسكريمات اللي هو لعبها دائما يكون أداؤه ممتاز بس بنفس الوقت إحنا ما عندنا الفرصة أو ما قد هو انعطى الفرصة إنه يلعب الونز فيوم أعطينا الفرصة الآن عرفنا إنه يقدر يؤدي كويس وحتى الجيم الثاني المفروض إنه فازه صحيح إنه ما فاز بس برضه أداؤه جدا متميز في الونز.
You guys have had all night games here where some other teams have kind of had to come in right in the middle of the day. Do you feel like this has kind of helped your routine where you don't have to change your schedule at all, playing always at night?
Yeah, I think it's really nice. We get to, hang out, grab dinner or grab breakfast, lunch, chill out at the hotel for a bit.
Do their normal stuff basically.
Play warm-up scrim. It's really nice being able to chill out kind of for a bit, get ready for the match, mentally prepared, and then getting into it, it just kind of, it feels more natural. We're night owls.
كيف ما تشوفون كان السؤال الأخير اللي سألناه في المقابلة نتكلم عن الجدول حقهم كل
We were playing when we were normally sleeping, which made it tough.
الصباح فهم الآن بيضطرون إنهم يلعبون بالليل اليوم وغدا إن شاء الله فهو قاعد يقول إنه هل نقدر إن أو هل أنتم تقدرون إنكم تتأقلمون على الشيء هذا وكيف كان التغيير بالنسبة لكم؟ جواب يقول بالعكس أحسن لنا إنه إحنا نقدر إننا نعيش يومنا بشكل طبيعي نفطر نتغدى نتعشى بعدين وقتها نتجهز نفسيا وعقليا للمباراة بعدين ندخل المباراة هذه فهذا هو الشيء اللي هم مروا فيه ويقولون بالعكس إحنا نفضل إننا نلعب بالليل لأن إحنا أصلا نفضل الليل بشكل عام.
Well, Calm, thank you for your time. Congrats again on the win. We'll let you celebrate with the fans. They were very loud. They were almost as loud as you were up there on that stage. Congrats again, and best of luck tomorrow in the semis.
And who do they play? They play the winner of...
We'll send it back to the desk now for our highlights.
I'm not going to guess. I'm just going to look at it.
Well, there it is.
Falcons Gen.G, they said it. That's right.
Which
is probably going to be Falcons.
Chimako can rest the debate. Chimako very happy.
I think Falcons got better with their roster change, as much as it hurts to say.
To this victory.
I really appreciate from that interview from Com, they talked about
then probably what, BDS vitality, just kind of expect the expected in the upper bracket probably, right?
Thing. They talked about this before, and I think that's what makes it even more special, is that Beast Mode knew he was going in the entire time, and he got the job done.
Yeah, and you know, they were doing private ones as well, which is so cool to see on this format. It's not just an afterthought. It's not a, oh, we'll just play it when we get there.
Right.
They're training for every aspect of this series, and it was a close series. This one was really neck and neck. 4 overtimes that we saw.
That's true. I didn't even think we realized that we had that many
overtimes as well. You heard in the interview with Com, you know, Com even saying Beast Mode should have won that second 1v1 that ended up going Jorius' way in overtime. But overall, it was so entertaining, and I think Beast Mode really was the highlight player for me. He had come out of pretty much nowhere. That play where he's faking out Jorius on the ceiling, it was so cool to see Beast Mode, who doesn't have a reputation for once, come out and beat one of the world's best.
He looked good. I mean, his 1v1 play looked good. It looked calculated. It looked intentional. I think Beast Mode could be the ones going forward for the matchup between whoever the winner is between Falcons and Gen.G.
Yeah, no, I think you kind of have to at that point. The team's got their flow now, and if this is what they're doing today,
bro, the disrespect to Team Falcons is so real, man.
Oh no, it's huge moment. I mean, they just took down Version 1, just took down the team that beat Vitality. Beast Mode took on Jorius, who beat Zen.
That means they're better than Vitality.
Well, it just means that Oxygen was hot enough to beat Vitality. Version 1, you know, if they can take down Oxygen,
yeah, but it's not like they're beating them the same day they beat Vitality.
I just wonder if we will continue to see Beast Mode in ones throughout this weekend, or if
I don't know, bro.
However, at this point, top 4 already. This is a huge performance and a huge finish for Version 1.
One thing about Version 1, though, they got shut out in 2 of those 3v3 games. That's a little bit of a disappointment, you know, when we talk about how important 3v3 is in the crew battle format. Getting shut out in 2 of them, albeit one of them was in overtime, isn't the best, but I think Version 1, they get to 7, they get the job done when it matters most in that last 3v3 game mode and come out the victors here. This was one way to start off the day, fellas. One way to start off the day for sure. We got plenty more of these coming up.
And I was just going to say, Version 1 as well, this series would have gone in favor of Oxygen if it weren't for that crazy last-second comeback in threes where they scored 2 goals in pretty much 30 seconds.
Yep.
That was a clutch up from Version 1. I think clutch really describes their performance today.
Oh, no, absolutely. And that's kind of on topic because we're going to get to our STC play of the game. And I got to mention there was a couple of these, but he is going to go to Daniel with his overtime score.
Damn, Daniel!
Wasn't the only one. And that's exactly why I think the word you use, James, is perfect for it. Just clutch.
Oh, yeah. And this was that demo in the air. Look at this. It serves as a smoke screen. It makes it even more difficult for Jorius to make that save. And they split those overtime games. But, I mean, that series was on a knife's edge the whole time.
Dan would try to get that aerial game going for a couple attacks there. And I think it's great. You get the flip reset into the demo. And then, like you said, that smoke screen really helps out. And Version 1, that's the threat in that type of game, and they certainly showed it there.
While Daniel was clutch there, we do want to talk about our Kidia MVP, and it was a different player on the team, and I think it comes down to definitely that one skin there. Beast Mode, that turning point. We didn't know what was going to happen, Corelli, but Beast Mode comes in and holds it his own for the entire team.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is going towards his 1v1 play because the expectation wasn't that he was going to take down Jorius. In fact, I'm sure Jorius felt very confident going into that matchup, so I think a lot of it is coming from that 1v1 matchup, the first one that he won. But even in the 2v2, he was getting the job done with Daniel and looked like that, you know, top level, top echelon 2v2 pairing.
Yeah, and still, it's just jaw-dropping seeing Beast Mode come out with not nearly as much experience in 1v1 and be able to get that win. And even in threes, in that final game, Beast Mode had a wonderful aerial play that led to a goal for Version 1. And
all I'm doing is sitting here thinking about how hungry I am.
To go ahead, Beast Mode was lights out this whole
meant to give me a
series,
sandwich.
every single game mode, rightfully the MVP.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of weight on your back, knowing that, hey, I got to go in and do what we couldn't do last time in this game mode of ones and carry the whole team. And there's so much pressure, and it's probably what got to Daniel as well. And I'm sure a lot of other players out there, even Jorius, we saw, okay, this is pressure in the playoff bracket. Now to do this, you wrapped around, but it's a lot of pressure.
It's a lot of pressure, and for Beast Mode, I'm assuming he's going to continue to be the 1v1 player. It doesn't get any easier here between Gen.G and Falcons up next.
Well, that's exactly it. We got to take a break. It's much shorter matches today, but they are best of sevens. Coming up next, Team Falcons versus
shorter
Gen.G
matches,
Mobile 1
but they are bestest. What? Less matches. Less matches? Probably what he meant to say there? Has to have been what he meant to say there, right? I don't know. Not important. Back in 3 minutes here, and then probably when they come back, take me a quick sandwich break, maybe a sandwich, probably 2 sandwiches. Maybe I should see if Bam's doing anything for lunch, maybe. I wouldn't mind seeing all 4 of these go 7 games, but something tells me that Falcons win in either 6 or 5. And honestly, I don't know if I expect either of the lower bracket games to go too deep. We might have to, well, I can't say obviously we just saw the longest series we'll see because there won't be anyone longer, but especially with the 4 overtimes. I don't know if we'll see any other 7s, man, which kind of sucks, but you know. It is what it is. It's National Dog Day. Did y'all know that? I didn't know that. Hey, Stumpy Wildin'. Congrats, Gen.A, from the top 4 placement at Lanson's winter majors. I like this. All right. Oh, bro. I can already tell my chest workout tomorrow is gonna hurt.
Welcome back to Gamers8, where we start sending teams home. We're in playoffs, our top 8. Well,
playoffs
7 now. Oxygen being sent home in a game 7 against version 1. Now we move onwards to the next quarterfinals. Team Falcons is facing off against Gen.G. Welcome back. I'm Leaf, and now Chamako and Johnny joining me on the desk. This is I feel like we just, in my opinion, not to disparage any of the teams, I feel like these just get better and better, the matches as we go along.
That's the plan. Yeah, no, definitely.
It's all scripted out. We knew this is how the bracket would go.
No, we decided, you know, how many they will lose in the upper bracket, in the group stage, how many they will win, and then, you know, set it up here. So, yeah, it will get progressively better every single time. Definitely.
I think both these teams that are about to play, I would put them in my top 5, my personal top 5 for the day. I think what the bottom side of the bracket is incredibly stacked. Real One, Vitality, BDS, Furia. For me, they're all in the top 5 with Falcons, who, you know, if they can keep playing the way they're playing, have, in my opinion, a clear run to the final. But yeah, version 1 have got other gears to go to. We just haven't seen it yet. Yeah, but before they can think about that, they've got to get past Gen.G, who are a team who have shown us incredibly high highs in the past year. But again, just a bit on a
I just don't think Gen.G has what it takes to take down.
You know, that home territory with the crowd cheering for you too might give a little bit of a buff here. And we've seen Gen.G again still trying to find that footing. You know, for the Falcons, you feel like they might have an advantage dropping into this matchup because
I just don't see them taking down Falcons.
You know, Falcons 3-2 against
you know
Furia,
what I mean? Like I just don't.
Against Carmine Corp. Very convincing matches there, especially the 3-1 against Carmine Corp.
I feel like a 6 series is a win, you know?
Yeah, right now they're looking like the best team here in the event. I mean, it's them and Roll One, but I mean, kind of the buff here, the local buff at the moment.
Right. Well, let's hear a little bit more from the Falcons themselves as they talk to Hercules.
Hi guys, it's Hercules.
All right, be right back, chat. While we listen to this.
And Nick, you guys, I think, have had one of the more crazy wins we've seen at Gamers8, the 3-1 win against Carmine Corp. You're now about to face off against Gen.G, and I feel like for most teams it kind of just gets harder from here. Do you feel like Gen.G is going to be any bit of a challenge for these guys, or are you going in confident?
I mean, we're incredibly confident. I think the biggest advantage Gen.G have is they have quality in 2s and 1s, whereas we didn't really see that with Carmine Corp, and obviously they crashed out of the tournament. I think Furia are probably a stronger team than them right now, so if we can get the same result against Gen.G that we did Furia, it's a great time.
Well, Gen.G said that they felt like you have arguably some of the top duo options in the world right now, and even 1v1 options. Walk us through that. Do you feel like Nupo in particular has kind of got any challenge that comes his way?
No, I don't think so. I think he absolutely delivered on his first LAN match against Furia. I think he was probably the best player on our team against Furia. I don't think this will be anything different.
All right, well, we wish you luck, and thank you so much for your time. And guys, Falcons are up next, so don't go anywhere.
If we can beat Gen.G, it'll be a great time. I think that's a fair statement to make, is it not? Yeah, I mean, because again, Gen.G on the other side, despite what we've seen from them, you know, they did phenomenally at the beginning of the RLCS season. They're still a solid roster. You know, like this is a team, Jamako, that you still have to be worried playing against.
Yeah, and he mentioned it. Nick mentioned they have a great 2v2 players, 1v1 players as well. Right. The thing is that they have been, you know, at the highest already. They had that fall major win, and after that, everyone was focusing on them. Okay, so you're the best team in the world now. Sure. I mean, you're not gonna take us. We're not gonna take it for granted anymore. We're gonna focus on you, and we're gonna be able to dissect how you play. And now, many teams have a blueprint of how to play against Gen.G.
Right. No, I mean, well, for Gen.G, I mean, do you feel like Johnny coming into this, they're going to be confident with the matchup that they have, looking at those alternate game modes, the 1s and 2s, or is that 3s their focus?
It depends who you ask. If you ask Nolly, he'll say 100% confident. He's always confident. But Jack earlier on in the podcast pre-show said that they are the underdogs. So he thinks they're the underdogs. I think Chronic, you know, coming off some tough 1v1 losses yesterday. Well, tough 1v1 loss there to Monkey Moon. You know, it's cool to see that they still put him back in there in the 1v1 against Razier. So he was able to get the win. So expect to see more of Chronic today, even though we're seeing some teams switch up their 1v1 player. We saw Optic do that with AJ and Rentals. We saw it today with V1. Daniel out for Beast Mode is crazy. I mean, Beast Mode getting a game off Troy is amazing.
Effective though.
Yeah, it worked out well. I mean, I think it caught Oxygen by surprise. Right. But you know, Gen.G do have that second 1v1 player. If the second 1v1 is needed in this series, and the first one is a complete blowout, then they can switch in Jack for Chronic, which is a good advantage that not every team has.
Chimako, do you think that's going to be like a tactic that could be used to surprise your opponents if they're preparing for someone else, or is it more of a let's mix it up during the series if it didn't go well?
I think it's about the Once player and how he feels at the moment. Like, do he wants a revenge? Let's do it. It worked out for Jorius. He didn't do so well in the first one, but he decided, okay, put me in. I'm going to be the player.
They don't have another Once player though, do they? I think if they had another Once player, he would step in.
They could have chosen 2v2 instead of a 1v1.
They lost that as well though, so you know, a lot of L's for Oxygen in that matchup.
Okay, Johnny, you don't want to give me anything. Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, back to you, Liv.
Okay, well, we're getting the match started in just a second. Early prediction, who takes it?
It's going to be BDS.
Falcons.
BDS.
BDS.
Yeah. Gen.G?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm like, if BDS wins this one too,
Falcons.
hey, whatever.
Sorry.
Let's see. Let's find out if BDS
Falcons.
wins this match.
It's about to turn up to 11 here in the arena as the hometown heroes are ready for the spotlight.
فخر الوطن العربي راح يتواجدون معنا في المسرح ضد أحد من أفضل الفرق الثمانية في العالم للمواجهة على مرحلة النصف النهائي القادمة غدا إن شاء الله.
One match down, 3 to go, but you can already hear it. The stage is gonna be electric. And our first team up needs no introduction. An abrupt ending last year in the semifinals. They're back for more, and they're going to try to claim this trophy behind us, but they've got a tough task ahead of them. From the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Team Falcons! They've avenged their loss from a year ago. They took down Furia in the group stage, and then they knocked down the blue wall and earned their spot at the top of their group and their shot at glory here in this weekend's playoffs.
فخر الوطن العربي فريق فالكونز وجد معنا في المسرح. فازوا على فريق فيوريا، الفريق اللي هزمهم في السنة الماضية في جيمرز 8. تغلبوا عليهم، انتقموا عليهم، تقدموا قدام كيكور، فازوا عليهم أيضا، وانتهى فيهم المطاف في المركز الأول في الجروب ستيج، والآن هم في التوب 8 متوجهين لنصف النهائي بعد المباراة هذه، لكن خصمهم يعتبر هو الفريق الأول في أمريكا الشمالية. خلونا نرحب فيهم. في المركز الثاني في مجموعة بي جن.G. فريق جن.G في آخر 7 ميادر هم شاركوا فيها في أمريكا قدروا أنهم يجيبون المركز الأول أو المركز الثاني. هم دائما يعتبرون الجراند فاينلست في هذاك الريجن، لكن عندنا هنا استطاعوا يتغلبون على أحد من أفضل الفرق العالمية وتواجدوا عندنا هنا في المسرح لمواجهة فالكونز فخر الوطن العربي، يحاولون أنهم ينتصرون عليهم ويصلون إلى نصف النهائي معنا في بطولة Gamers 8.
The top team in North America all year, and they know the score here inside the arena. They know they're going to hear it from the crowd. They're trying to silence them. But again, they've got as tough a task as any waiting across the stage. The teams now are going to take their seats, and we will get set for our second best of 7 quarterfinal. Fancy, in a moment, we're about to head backstage and not just watch this match, but listen to and experience this quarterfinal in the arena.
This one is going to be fire. Honestly, the vibe here on stage is going to be insane. And I can't wait to get this match started. أعزائي المشاهدين, best of 7 ربع النهائي الثاني في Gamers 8 Rocket League راح يبدأ الآن.
My bad, champ.
مع المعلقين.
Got punched though.
The Transatlantic Alliance of Jack, Nolly, and Chronic have marched into the Falcons' nest. Are they predators or are they prey? The players are ready. The game is ready.
Yeah,
We hope you're ready at home as well. Let's send it off to the casters for our next quarterfinal.
I like it. I bucks at it.
Team Falcons are the hometown heroes, the favorites in this matchup, just looking at the results so far. However, Gen.G has been able to get the better of the Falcons on land.
The stadium is packed, and everyone excited to see Team Falcons take the stage. You heard the crowd. Apparently Jack was asking for the boos. And you can see why, as you said, James, the hometown heroes in Team Falcons taking the stage for the first time in this playoff bracket. And this series, a lot of expectation, I think, on the Falcons, not only with, of course, the fans, but I think with their new pickup in Nalpo. They're trying to push this team to the limit. They know they've got version 1 ahead of them if they take down Gen.G, but they've got to take the first step.
And let's just reflect on the journey here in Riyadh so far for both of these teams. Gen.G has had to go through the monkeys. That's how they got here, beating monkeys twice. On the other side, we've seen Falcons have to fight a Furia that has been red hot, and then they took down Carmine Corps to make it to this top 8. They are without a doubt on fire compared to some of the other teams we've seen so far. But Gen.G, when you look at the RLCS LAN events, have taken down Falcons twice, but that was without Nalpo.
Of course, it's a different day in a different spot. And for Gen.G, you said that they had to go through monkeys. They certainly did. They were taken down by BDS as well, and that was not a close series. It was 3-0. They were shut out in 2 of those games as the fans might just rip that one apart. They're shaking that one so hard.
That looks cool.
Electric. You could see and hear
that's dope.
The fans going crazy in support of the Falcons, and the boos coming out. You saw Nolly putting, and apparently Jack putting his hand up to his ear saying, hey, just pour it on. That's all right. It's going to be gameline on the fire. We are not scared.
NA Esports just doesn't compete, bro.
We are in enemy
we just can't do it the same.
But guess what? We came to play the game, and we're going to settle this on the pitch.
Yeah, we'll see if the crowd affects Gen.G at all. I'm really curious, since we are guaranteed a 1v1 match, what we'll see. Gen.G also has 1v1 weapons here with apparently Jack and Chronic. I think the assumption is, James, we're going to see TRK take the pitch for Falcons.
I think so. TRK has been quite good, and then also for Gen.G, I think we can expect to see Chronic out there as well. I actually saw apparently Jack in the elevator before coming to the event center, and he did say,
I would say Chronic just 1v1 so far.
Just having Chronic go. He's been having some good results. We're going to stick with Chronic. And so that's what I would expect. But you never know. With Jack, he's a competitor as well. They might have a trick up their sleeve.
Yeah, you never know. Jack and Chronic certainly capable of taking on anyone in the world, especially with the way that Chronic has ramped up into this event. But for Gen.G, everything is against them here in this quarterfinal. And at the end of the day, James, we could talk about the 1v1 matchups, we could talk about the 2v2. It comes down to the threes, Gen.G and Team Falcons. If anyone's going to come out on top, it's going to come down to winning these odd-numbered games. Every 3v3 is so important.
Yeah, but like we saw with
feels
the
like
Oxygen version 1 series,
I want to say Falcons
dropped
not only I feel like Falcons have the advantage,
and they were able to make that up in 2s and in 1s.
But I also feel like in the 1s. So how does Gen.G walk away with it, right?
So even, you know, if it's true, if you win all the 3v3 games, you have nothing to worry about. But that is a difficult feat. And I think Gen.G has proven their team play when it gets going is quite good. We have already saw some pre-jump plays from them in this event. But the question is, how good will the Falcons be on LAN in these big playoff moments? This is when they really need the results. They had an early departure, earlier than some had hoped for last Gamers8, and now is a chance to really go the full distance, make it to the finals, and claim victory in a way that would truly cement them as one of Rocket League's greatest teams.
Yeah, you can't forget last year, Falcons were able to get through the quarterfinals through Team Heat and then lost to the eventual winners, Furia, in that semifinal. You know, James, the people
I am going to be watching it a little late.
Falling over, they're having such a
posted
good time
that in Discord,
here.
sir.
But they want this team to succeed. They want this team to go.
But then, yeah,
they want to sing all night long, James.
Gamers8 is done. I will be switching over into Discord.
Now, will it be tears of joy or cries of pain? We will find out shortly. There's a technical issue going on right now that we are working to resolve as soon as possible. And when we do, we will have this
How you doing,
first
Mom?
3v3 matchup. And just looking ahead, Corelli, what do you expect that we will see in this first 3v3 game?
Well, I feel like it's going to be very, very close, but I would pick Falcons right off the rip here. And the only reason I say that,
I'm gonna
James, is
basically
for the
be
reasons that we
finishing
kinda
this
pointed
and
out
switching
earlier
over
on,
in Discord.
was
I'm
that
just
I
not doing it
I'm not
live.
super convinced by Gen.G's run so far. You know, only beating Monkeys isn't the most impressive run, despite I think you could put a lot of credit and skill behind Monkeys, but Gen.G not doing much against BDS. Meanwhile, as you pointed out, Falcons, they've taken down Furia in 5. And if you haven't seen that series in the upper bracket semifinals,
Because the last two
Group C,
matchups on
go
this
back
are
and watch
kind of
that
given.
one. And then they
It's
took
BDS and
down
Vitality.
Blue
They're
Wall,
going to win.
As Stack said earlier. So for Team Falcons, they have been tried and tested through the group stage. You feel like you have to have them going into this quarterfinal.
And really, if you're the Falcons, if you
No,
can
because I
keep
want to
that
watch as
level
much
of
of
play that
this
we've already
live.
seen with the caliber of teams,
That
the
way I
caliber
can
of
be as
players
prepared as possible
that
when I
they're
try and
taking
do my
down.
TLDR
Looking
for
ahead to
this.
version 1, I think they might be confident that
At the
they
end of the
can
weekend,
make
because
it
this is
to the
going
Grand
to
Finals.
have
Version
Championship
1,
Sunday tomorrow.
you can tell they weren't as confident with their gameplay because they are one of the few teams that switched up who was going out for the 1v1. So they might be looking at version 1 thinking, if we can get by Gen.G, we have a clear path to the grand final.
And you got to think about the confidence here from Team Falcons as well. You know, they drop Khaled for this event. They pick up Naupo, and there's a lot of question marks around that, especially from fans. But I think the proof is in the pudding so far. As we mentioned, some of those matches that they've taken down against elite teams on a global scale, it's convincing from Team Falcons here with Naupo. And I think Gen.G are really going to have to pull out the stops. Again, you really don't want to see a Team BDS type series against Gen.G, not only from the World Championship where they were swept, but also swept here in the upper bracket final.
Gotcha!
So let's imagine that we are going to check a box in favor of whatever team you think has the edge. In 3v3s, who has the edge? Who do you think, Gen.G or Falcons?
I think right now I'd say Falcons.
And 2v2s, who do you think has the advantage?
Falcons.
Oh man, I feel like that one's very close. I'd probably still give it. I think I still give it to Falcons. I think they're better.
Yeah, and in ones,
I think the
maybe
twos
you
is
could
the
say
closest.
It's a coin flip, but really Falcons are in position to truly have a great series here. But we are going to continue to try to work on this technical issue. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, Team Falcons taking on
Gen.G's just scared. Have they done map selection yet, Moon, or no? See if it shows on Wikipedia yet. Does not look like it. They'll probably do pick map bans at the top of the hour, right?
I'm going to hand you a sheet of paper with Wikipedia results on it. It's going to have the results of a player. And you guys are going to need to guess who it is based on the results alone. Do you think you're going to be good at this?
No. Yes.
No? Yes? All right. Nolly doesn't think he's going to be good at this, but I think you might be quite helpful this first one.
Well, 5th through 8th, so that's only 4 teams. Wait, NA Regional 1, Spring 21-22. Was that not a FaZe player? Wait, RLCS Season 7, that's Lion then.
It's G2? It's a G2 player? It's
oh, you're right. Yeah, 5th through 8th. Oh, our brains weren't working. Okay.
So it's either JNAPS or Chicago.
Yeah, it's either JNAPS or Chicago. Wait. We can narrow this.
So you think they applies to both JNAPS and Chicago?
Wait, hang on. He's saying that it makes it sound like there's something that.
Or to get in our head.
No. There could be something that differentiates.
It's not a trick question. No, it's not a trick question. So yeah, that result, you got the roster right. It's JNAPS, Rizzo, Chicago. Okay, you got there. So here's the second player. Tell me who you think this is.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wait, that's okay. Wait, World Championship.
Wait, why do you say wow? What jumps out at you?
It's just a Vitality player.
It's just a Vitality player?
Yeah.
It's the coach.
Alpha? No. It is?
It is Alpha.
It's Alpha?
It is Alpha.
Oh, it's Alpha.
Okay, here's the third player.
Oh, I guess the coach hadn't been
I think
playing for
you're
a
going
while.
to get this one as well.
Okay, well, Worlds, third or fourth. It's either a Liquid player or a KC player.
It's
yeah.
Yeah, it's Vatira straight away.
It's Vatira. Well, it is Vatira. Why did you know it was Vatira straight away?
Because his best results were in winter, and I know that Moist won both those events in winter.
Well done.
And then, yeah.
So winter.
You were severely underrating yourself in this.
I just thought it'd be harder.
No, see, I thought so.
I just thought it'd be harder.
Vatira, and then KC Vatira. That's how you knew it was Vatira. Both. Wow. Let's go for a more tricky one. Let's see if you guys can figure this one out.
Okay, well, 2022 NA Spring Regional 3 Spring Invitational. Hang on, it's a Fury player. NA Regional 3 Spring Invitational.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive Fury won it. It's a Fury player.
Yeah,
and last year Worlds.
Yeah, but it could be Jan on Fury for these recent tournaments.
Wait, hang on.
It has to be card.
I think it does because I'll be with Tinder.
Card. What? Okay. Why do you think card?
It had to be Yan or card because they were the only two people who had both these results. So and then Yan wasn't here. So
which
card.
Results were they? The ones you're talking about?
Well, last Worlds and then.
Is it Nolly leaving Gen.G?
Yan and card and then Yan wasn't here.
I don't think they've officially announced anything, have they?
That's correct. You're 4 out of 4, and that was a tricky one as well. Okay, last one.
Oh, last one.
And yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. I think you're going to get this one. Try speedrun it.
Wait, it's a winter split major.
Oh, it's
so
SIP?
It's just SIP, yeah.
Or it's like Nolly retiring. I haven't heard anything.
Wait, it was missed. Oh, why'd you say SIP? Why'd you got in my head?
I guess it's missed.
It was missed.
Well, it had to be
I mean,
I
think you guys would have got that if you took your time.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed that you knew the South America one as well, so good job. That was Gen.G's, Chronic and Nolly, and they guessed every player.
Yeah, I mean, something tells me that the NA roster shakeup probably starts breaking down this week. I think most rosters wanted to at least see, or at least the ones that were here, which, I mean, FaZe. I think people are, I would imagine FaZe within itself is probably the first domino, right? Because if FaZe dissolves, first killer's going to have to go somewhere, which then kind of makes everything open up. It's an NRG player, huh? It's interesting. Is that from sources you've got or what? Someone had mentioned, who was it? I think Starcoin had been here before and said they were going to break up the duo at least. I'm trying to remember which one it was that he was saying that they would probably move. Like move away from.
Actually, the world's hottest team way back at the beginning of the season, but they have cooled off. In this event, Falcons have been so high. I think you have to give it to them. I think maybe 4-1 would be fair, or 4-2, but that's really what you would expect.
All right, come on, let's get this done. That way I can see this and miss minimal of the VCT finals. Come on.
Will be a good barometer for what is in store here in this quarterfinal, a best of 7 in the crew battles format.
And like I had mentioned before, Gen.G has been able to figure out Falcons on land before. However, that was without Nalpo. Nolly again on the Batmobile as well.
Oh my gosh.
Nalpo and TRK have been playing together for like a while, haven't they?
For Gen.G.
So like, even though he's like newer to the team.
Important. Especially if Falcons come out slow. You've got to be controlling the pace of these 3v3s. Everything feels like it's against them right now. Gen.G trying to threaten. Broken up by TRK.
Nolly on Respawn's going to have to defend here. Goes low off the back wall and still is able to get that save. Huge hit from Chronic, who's looking for a challenge. There's a bump on a player on the back line. You can see multiple go for Falcons, but that corner boost won out by Ahmad.
Great defense there from Falcons, trying to turn it into an offensive chance, and they didn't connect. TRK to the backboard. It's an easy touch for Nolly.
Hope you've been well, AB.
This one. What a boost he does. Unfortunately, no follow-up, but now Nalpo, can he get to the back wall? He can. Off the ceiling, passing it down, and TRK gets bumped out of the way.
And that was by Nolly. Nolly is really trying to play extra speedy. You saw him make that challenge on the ceiling, also get that bump, land the bump successfully. So Nolly playing quite well so far. Chronic also getting up early on that challenge. TRK in the air with a flip. Goes.
By the way, what's your thoughts on the roster move for Falcons? However, if I remember right, you were a
from the Falcons.
Team Falcons fan, right?
Again, you
or am I
see
tripping
a
on that?
demo come out. Falcons demoing effectively against Gen.G.
That's 2 in a row on Jack, and that's really diminished the midfield presence for Gen.G. As Jack has to go back to his own corner. TRK there to dunk. Falcons, they've been spending time here on the orange half. And now the demos are returned by apparently Jack. This one comes off the ceiling. Now he's there. The defense, once again, turning away Gen.G.
Now possession for Gen.G. It's a pass to the sidewall, a bit high for Jack. Jack doesn't control it. Low boost for Nolly. Now a shooting opportunity.
Nice shot.
Down and in. Ahmad makes the most of that opportunity.
Across the net as well. Nalpo gets a quality touch to the backboard. You can see Nolly just couldn't get up in time. And look at the placement from Ahmad. Off the crossbar and in. And if you're not marking that back post, you're not going to make that save.
And that happened, that play was able to develop because of the pass that was too hard and too high for Jack to comfortably handle. Wasn't able to handle it, and on that missed touch on the first touch, he gave that opportunity to the Falcons. Falcons making the most of it. Now feeding off that crowd energy. They started hot. Gen.G were able to keep up a bit, but now will find themselves trailing.
That's why this first game and the
Because if I remember, I think you were also a Khalid fan, right? Oh, Khalid fan?
Off of that technical break. But Falcons have found a way. Just over 2 minutes. Ahmad, flip reset, over to Nalpo. Has to break Nolly, and he goes
nice.
For a shot to put it away. Nolly was being chased in net, and Falcons double up.
Surgically done by Nalpo. Look at this. Gets the ball on his hood. Ahmad lead blocking, and the power on the flick. Falcons in control. Less than half the game left to go. Not many chances for Gen.G. We've seen aggression, demos from Falcons, and now 2 really quality goals. Gen.G gotta dig themselves out of this. Another chance. Ahmad going for the challenge. He gets bumped off the ball by his own team, but the net was so open it didn't matter.
They just might sweep this for real.
Go? It was just apparently Jack back. Nolly was racing back, but he was well behind the play. Chronic was nowhere to be found. And a 3-0 lead opens up for Falcons with 1:51 left on the clock. A disaster start for Gen.G.
Gen.G, they are gonna perhaps already have to press the panic button. Nolly, a few good challenges from Nolly. There's a shot, but it won't test TRK too much. Little tip, gets it by Nolly, and now moving upfield is the Falcons.
They're putting that pressure on. You can see it was a 3-man attack there. Physically, off ball, 1-man on ball, and then the follow-up behind. Falcons shape perfect here. TRK wants the pass. Gen.G very backed up. They're able to get it out.
Falcons trying to kickstart another attack. A huge pinch. Makes it awkward. Chronic tries to move in. Heavy first touch. Slowed down by TRK at the midfield. Taken over by Jack. Jack into an air dribble. Flip reset 50. Gets by 2. Jack going.
Oh, nice bump. Oh.
Chronic
finishes though.
This in. I thought Nolly would be able to finish it off.
I thought Nolly whiffed.
That play from Jack paves the way.
Doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it does, Nolly. He had boost, he just didn't boost into it.
It looked like he was perhaps playing the block on whoever was bumped off the net.
Yeah. Chronic is able to clean it up. That's exactly what Gen.G need. Time's against them. 50 seconds left. They're going to have to pull off something here in game 1, but Falcons trying to not let that happen. Now Paul drops it down, and Gen.G are able to get the clear.
We saw version 1 have last second heroics.
Feels like they probably would have needed a goal about now. Oh, especially if Ahmad's going to end up doing that.
And there's the Falcons goal explosion in its full glory.
Ahmad, great second touch.
What's my drink?
And again, so many gaps on the Gen.G side.
I don't have a drink.
Defensively, they've given the space over to Falcons, even on a shot.
Or you mean like if I am drinking, what do I like to drink?
With 30 seconds left, I mean, Falcons.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big drinker.
To the finish line here. A rough start for Gen.G.
I think they're going to be flying Corelli. It is.
But
it has looked easy and it's been smooth sailing.
If I'm drinking, I'm a fan of like IPAs.
Falcons will have another goal here.
Or a good tequila. One of the two.
Now Poe, he's just kicking Gen.G when they're down.
And every goal matters here for Falcons. It just riles up that crowd. Emboldens them here in this series. You can hear them in the background. Falcons are going to ride that wave throughout
in the
this
upper
series.
bracket, or no, sorry, in the playoffs, since it's best of 7, the winning team gets to pick
happen here in game 1.
whether they do the 2s or the 1s.
Game 1. So in favor
For game
of
2.
Falcons
I feel like you probably just have TRK do 1v1, right?
Looks like an early round matchup with how
I feel like you probably feel better in the 1s versus the 2s.
Gen.G in the 3v3.
So Gen.G sent back to the drawing board, and now they have to choose between a 2v2 and a 1v1. Both will be played here in this series. It's just which one do you want to play first?
Well, you know, I feel like ones was the one game mode where we were saying maybe it's a coin flip. Maybe.
But TRK, he's had some
Who is Nolly talking to?
Up against Yan, and
Nolly looked like he was John with somebody in the crowd.
And this one almost felt like a 15-goal game.
And he had a 15-goal game against Vatira as well.
And that one was one that he was able to win.
A marathon here for TRK in the ones department, but we'll see what Gen.G picks. Again, Gen.G certainly have the weapons on their side with Chronic and apparently Jack. We'll see if they pick ones. It could be 2s all the way, which is a different discussion, I suppose. But
yeah, but Khaled isn't on the team anymore.
Is very crucial. Finding
They replaced Khaled with NW Poe.
The crowd behind Team Falcons is not a pretty spot to be in.
And really, all members of Falcons were playing so well. This is a tough decision.
I don't know how you pronounce his name. I've heard NPO. I've heard
the 3v3s.
NW Poe. I don't.
The way for Falcons, and now we see 2s
This 2.
selected by Gen.G. Apparently, Jack and Chronic take the field.
I thought winners chose
So, Gen.G feels more
for game 2. That's interesting.
The 2s is now Poe.
Now Poe, that's it.
Instantly here. This one lobbed towards the net.
So I think I was looking at TRK's.
Immediately here.
Do manage to clear it out strong.
Yeah, this is their first event without Khaled.
Forcing Jack off the ball. Jack
got Nalpo.
Air dribble it at the midfield. Flip reset out of boost now.
Unless it's just for this event, but I thought I had read somewhere that they were on Twitter they were separated as well.
To hit it over to the sidewall, but TRK was
after like 1,000-something days.
Falcons starting this 2s game much like they started the 3s game.
Gen.G have to be careful here. TRK just ran out of boost as he got to it. Chronic tried to land on top of it. Chronic not moving fast enough, but he is able to push it towards net. Now Poe gets this ball back to TRK with some space, but apparently Jack shuts him down.
That was such a quick jump. Jack pre-jumping that play, reading exactly what TRK wanted to do. And that has allowed Gen.G to have possession. Chronic is now moving in, pops it up high. Chronic still struggling to find some boost. The corner boost left there nicely. Good communication for
But yeah, so I was looking through TRK's Wikipedia, and him and Nalpo have played like some 2s tournaments.
His shot, but he's demoed off the ball.
Still a tie ball game. This one almost got poked over. Apparently Jack, maybe a little extra power that he wasn't expecting initially. Nalpo wants to go in quick. He's beaten.
Huge chance here.
Jack, he's got TRK in front. Doesn't get the puck. Maybe this one turns back around for Falcons. Nalpo tried to play this one slowly, and in the end, it's back into the Falcons' corner.
Crazy reaction time there from TRK, and maybe brought up into the air a bit too early from apparently Jack. You saw as soon as he popped it up, TRK instantly jumped and dodged that bump attempt. Chronic was already upfield trying to get that bump. Maybe it would have been better to leave that ball on the ground. Give Chronic more time to land it. So that was the best scoring chance that we've seen from Gen.G. They weren't able to capitalize.
Who's that?
Jump at the midfield. That's going to get up and over Chronic.
Nice shot.
TRK with the play.
And I'm curious to see this one from Chronic's POV because he pulls off the play
and he's completely beat. He's stuck in no man's land. TRK knew it. All he had to do was poke it towards net. And Falcons finally break through. You talked about it earlier, James. There's a lot of pressure coming out from Team Falcons. And finally, Gen.G give in.
Gen.G really going to miss that.
Twisted Minds, you think?
Jack. Perhaps.
So it feels like Rule 1.
Did so well to get that.
Yeah, agreed, AB. Agreed.
But TRK so quick to react. And then gets the goal. We'll see another wide open goal here. Nalpo walks this one in.
Well, what happened here? Apparently Jack was trying to force it, and Chronic doesn't come up with the touch. Punished again. Gen.G are, and Falcons are happy to take it.
But yeah, even on
some minor mistakes.
Even on Wikipedia, it has Khaled like off the roster, like not just for this tournament for Falcons.
Looking dominant in the 2v2. Gen.G, are they running out of options? Are they running out of gas?
And it also doesn't have a place that Khaled is going.
1v1, Nalpo wants to take this over to the sidewall. Doesn't get the mid boost. Will have to back up. Chronic back down to the ground, using up all the boost on that play. Jack takes over. Now running on small pads. 1v1 situation. Nalpo over. Goes for the shot. And it's in. Chronic was lost. And Nalpo says, hey, let me find this goal.
It's a combination between being over-aggressive and not aggressive enough for Chronic right now. And Falcons are just eliminating him from the
I mean, you would assume so, right?
Gen.G struggling in these first two games. And while there's 2 minutes left on the clock, it hasn't looked pretty.
It feels like the Rule 1 roster is still probably too new to think about breaking them up.
This is not the same Chronic that we've seen before, but now a 1v1.
Plus, like, who do you drop off that Rule 1 roster? Like, let's be honest, it's pretty.
TRK.
He does.
To the backboard, Jack. Hard hit. Lovely catch. We'll flick it up to Chronic. Double commit from Falcons. This could be good, but Chronic has a very heavy first touch, and it gets away from him. The execution slightly lacking in these moments for Gen.G.
Feels like Gen.G have to score here with over a minute left on the clock. Apparently Jack trying to make that happen here as no one's able to follow up. Both are jumping, both are calling off. Apparently Jack will take it, gets one to dive, and TRK still.
Yeah, even Twisted Minds, like that's a new, like newly signed roster, like within 4 months. Like I don't think you break that up yet.
And he'll take this as it just runs
I don't
off the clock.
know where he goes.
Jack
in Mina.
Fakes the challenge, has it hit over to Chronic. That is a smart play, but Jack has no boost, tries to.
No, Khaled 100% speaks English.
Now a difficult backward read. Now Bo fakes it. Chronic gets the first save. And precious time ticks away.
Pretty, like, I don't know about if I quite call it fluent, but very understandably.
TRK denies.
Like, very, like,
TRK.
clearly.
Wide open net. Chronic can't get back. And a 4-0 lead for Team Falcons.
TRK's reaction time is so fast. We saw it earlier in this game when he jumped immediately when Jack tried to take it airborne. And that play, he knows Jack is going for a bump, sniffs it out so early, dives the lane, and gets a goal for Falcons because of it. TRK and Nalpo, there is no slowing them down. Meanwhile, Gen.G's tires are spinning in the mud.
This was the choice for Gen.G. They wanted the 2v2, and it has
I
not
mean, I don't know where
panned
else
out
you go.
here in game 2. Staring down a shutout here against Team Falcons.
Chronic.
Yeah, but I think he's got like a whole family back home, don't he?
Well, we see another one. Nalpo across the net. And what was it, 5-1 in the first game, and now a shutout in 2v2s. Falcons
I'm pretty sure
soaring in the series.
They have outscored Gen.G 9-1 in the first 2 games. And that one goal coming in the 3v3. Gen.G have got to get themselves sorted here, James, or this series is over.
And if you're a Gen.G fan, it's looking grim. But this game is the swing game. Even though things have not been going well, 1v1s as well. You win the 3s, you win the 1s, you're right back into it.
You ain't lying. That'd be a pretty nasty duo.
What we've seen from Falcons is that they've looked untouchable. The demos,
Hey, bro, I saw you ask the first time, fam. I was actually conveniently just ignoring it because I also remember last time you had came through, you ended up talking about, you know, how you were just going to go and, you know, do your own thing on your own stream. So
from Falcons?
It's tough to remember. I
would say none.
There was maybe a document that we saw.
Possibly.
You know, maybe at some point in the future we have kind of gotten to more know each other than like on 2 or 3 occasions. But that'd probably be something that I would more bring to you. You know what I mean? Versus the opposite way around.
Misdirection play. But it just shows the confidence that they are ready to go for anything. They are keeping Gen.G on their toes.
No, you're good. You're good.
Different looks, and it has been a brilliant performance so far.
I don't think you meant anything by it. It's just I have found when doing watch parties in the past with some other titles that it is very hard to pull off unless I am also able to do a screen share like in Discord, which right now, since my PC has kind of gotten outdated, like my Discord, if I were to be in a Discord stream and streaming at the same time, like to YouTube, like the feed would not be that different. Now, obviously, we could still watch and be somewhat on the same time, but even then, you know, a difference in 5-7 seconds, especially if whoever I'm co-hosting with is ahead of me and is like reacting to things ahead of time, it leads to like weird chemistry. So until I can upgrade my PC right now, it's just really not an option for real.
But Batmobile, clearly it wasn't working.
We are looking to hopefully be able to do that by the end of the year.
Still a scoreless game. That's a good look there for Gen.G, as these games have had
wide
margins in the first 2. But you really got to show a threat on offense. Chronic through 1, and a pinch to the Falcons side will advance downfield, but they've lost possession. Ahmad tries to pitch by 1. As Gen.G are kind of jockeying for positioning here in the midfield, but Falcons again are able to deny them.
You can see how hard Gen.G is fighting just to try to get some time on ball. Falcons, though, seem to always have a player ready to pounce.
So do you think that Gen.G just kind of got hot early?
Oh, Chronic was trying to get the read off the backboard. Nolly was also right there just in case. Jack's bumps were enough to get a look.
Oh. Everyone going here from Gen.G as well. They're sending the house, and still they can't even get a shot on target. And here comes Falcons. Now Poe shot quickly on target. Chronic is able to make the save, and now Gen.G trying to get out. Now Poe wants the control. Nolly.
That's what's up.
He had time to maybe go further across the net. He didn't. Gen.G under fire, are able to stay above water for the moment. Ahmad's touch comes out to TRK. The bounce is too high. It's off the crossbar as Gen.G treading here on their defensive side. TRK again will test his luck.
Am I TLDR for
as well, which was good because Falcons
playoffs for Valorant hit like 1.5 this week.
Falcons are amping up the pressure, shot after shot coming in. Ahmad, first touch, goes up high now.
I almost can't help but wonder though if it was just like teams finally got tape on them. You know what I mean? Because it was a new team.
Sequence there for Gen.G defensively.
And they just kind of let everyone close the gap on them, including their region.
2 good looks so far for Gen.G. Apparently Jack has been doing fantastically, getting bumps and throwing Falcons off on the back line, but that final shot elusive for Gen.G.
2 minutes left on the clock.
Although I'm excited to see how NA shakes up this offseason. I think it'll be for a lot of good.
Had a small opening on the far side. Apparently Jack now wants to take it himself. Monster flick. And that went a little bit too far.
A little too much hot sauce on that one. Apparently Jack may be surprising himself with how much power was on it. There's a corner pass up high. Now Bo 50ing Nolly. Jack, double tap ball, will stay close, and now trying to get a bump. Sipped off to the corner. TRK helping out. Gen.G looking much more fierce. This is a different Gen.G than we saw in the first 3v3 game.
They certainly have adapted to Falcons. It's still been scary on the defensive side, but they're looking to
double demo.
Generate some opportunity here as some demos come out.
Couldn't do anything with it.
Chronic has apparently Jack. He redirect this on target. It was wide.
Damn.
Ahmad had to stretch out near post, and it didn't matter as Chronic, he's trying to push it across, but still, Team Falcons are able to get out.
It looked like if that shot was even on target,
Gen.G's at least been able to kind of tighten things down
Many more attacks. Now a double commit.
A little bit here.
Awkward. Nolly the drop pass. Where's the shot? Jack
Been able to look a little bit more threatening in the offensive zone as well.
Chronic will turn. Pass to Jack. Jack, low corner, but Ahmad's there again.
The placement was good. It was just Ahmad who chose the spot before Jack, and it was shot directly at him. Some good offense, though, from Gen.G. They need more of that here in the final 30 seconds.
Gen.G has been the aggressor. They've had the chances. They've got Falcons reeling, and there's the
Oh!
shot.
Gen.G!
Wow, huge pop-off.
And it's Nolly. And it looked like he was talking to whoever was Jack. Is he screaming at this other side of the stage, or is he yelling at the crowd? Yo, he is fuming right now.
Falcons slowed down a bit. Gen.G speeding up. Another chance. Ahmad dodges the bump from Jack, but there is a demo. Chronic was taken out. Nolly trying to stay behind the ball. Wants to get a 50 here. TRK. Critical position, and he gives up the ball, and that is going to secure the game for Gen.G.
It was not easy for Gen.G here, but they are able to go up by 2 in the final 3 seconds. It would take a miracle for Falcons to come back, and again, it was not pretty at the beginning of this game. They felt a lot of pressure from Falcons, but they're able to cut out 2 goals here, and
I don't think the commentators have been like horrible.
A lot of control come out from Team Falcons, and they just weren't able to execute.
That is true. Falcons, they had a
all right, 1v1. So what? TRK versus Chronic?
We saw Gen.G. They had way
Probably.
more chances. They bounced back. They had multiple looks. Even before, we saw Jack getting some bumps. Chronic was, and Nolly weren't able to convert.
Okay, that was weird.
Well, James, you know what this means.
What does it mean, Corelli?
We get
1v1.
And I don't know who Gen.G picked. I mean, obviously, you're assuming you're going to get TRK.
Yes, I think we will see that. I think we will see TRK versus Chronic. But Chronic has not been looking as good.
Nah, TRK's taking all the 1v1 so far this tournament.
Execution in the 2v2 game, slow start in the 3v3. Will we see an audible with Jack, who I feel like has been
No reason to switch it up now. I'm gonna go grab water.
You can tell mentally he is not missing a beat. Nolly hit that last shot, but I think Jack has been playing the most confident out of any